Crack on. Okay, I mean, I've got a ton of tweets open. None of them are in order. We're just going to go through them, see what happens. And I'm about to press the intro, so then we're going to run the intro. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Like the stream.
Alright guys, and welcome to Dope Check, episode number 53. It's an emergency episode, it's an emergency hater episode, because here we are to talk about all the roster drama that's happened since the Major. I thought it was going to be a big couple of changes after Major 2. I don't think anyone quite expected to go quite to this extent. OpTic have blown it up, PRED's officially gone, Huke's back in for the millionth time, and where is PRED gonna go? Where might Kenny go? So many roster changes happening. Some teams like Rokkr, like Heretics, they're also changing, but the Falcons are one of the big conversation topics of the day, as is why OpTic exactly have decided to come to this decision. All the leaks and the rumours, we're going to get into them today, maybe some other juicy stuff as well along for the ride. It's a pleasure to be back. Ace, how are you doing? The headset is on, the quality is good. What's going on?
Dude, I look like call center. You beat me to my joke. Trey, let me make the joke, man. I wanted to say I was in a call center, but there we go. Beat me to it. Sorry. Chat roast me. Go ahead. Guys, sorry. I had to make sure the audio this time, everyone kept roasting me for the audio being bad, so here we are. But, bro, I didn't expect to be back in front of everyone so fast. I thought we were going to have a couple days after the Major, but you know how COD is. These teams we predicted were going to be dog meat after Major 2 and make some changes, and here we go. The scramble has began. You know, OpTic made the first domino before the event, and now, seemingly, more dominoes are beginning to fall and fall and fall and fall. So I honestly can't wait to get cracking with the boys.
Hi guys, what's going on? Emergency Dope Check. Sorry, I'm on the phone.
Welcome back.
Listen, we're DMs left, right, rhubarb. I'm trying to figure out some information. You know, texts over here, DMs over there. I'm like moving like Fabrizio Romano right now. You know, if you know, you know. Here we go. But yeah, you know it's going to be a fun show. We got things to talk about, things that are happening, things that we know. And because CDO Intel and Ronnie Intel don't even matter anymore because the flanks just fucking spilling it all out anyway, so it don't matter. We're back in action. Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready to get cracking in this. So much so. Let's get in. Let's lock in.
Let's lock in. Here we go. We're switching over to the big screen, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the cameras look pretty good, but maybe I'll fix them in due course. Let's just crack right on because no time to waste, baby. The OpTic cycle is here and it is good. And they've done it again. If you're Huke, you got to be thinking some type of way about this because, you know, the rumor is anyway that he turned down that opportunity from Surge, possibly. There was a rumor anyway that Surge came along to Huke and they said, look, when he was available, do you want to come in? Huke said no. They brought in Neptune. The rest on that is history. And maybe it could have been argued that he should have made the opposite decision. But look, he's back on OpTic again. Him and Shotzzy, the duo. But of course it already started yesterday with the confirmation that PRED is officially gone. And I mean, look, we'll just talk about it, Trey. And we were hearing the rumors on the, I don't even know what night it was at this point. I want to say Tuesday night, Monday, Tuesday night, maybe in Dallas.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Sunday even. I don't know when it was.
I don't even know.
It was before we came up to Alan, which was Monday. I'm saying this is Sunday night before the event.
Oh, wow. Wow.
After OpTic had played the weekends. I think it was probably Sunday night. And there were rumors going around the scene in some chats that OpTic were about to make not just a one, but a two-man change. They were going to drop PRED and they were going to drop Kenny before the event even began. And it was like, whoa, this is a big deal. It looked like it was going to be Skies. And then the next day they confirm Kenny's gone, Skies is in, but PRED's still there. So, you know, that's my understanding is that this was a very realistic possibility before the event even happens. They decide to run the event with PRED anyway, and then they get rid of him anyway. So this hasn't come out of nowhere since the Major. I think that's the bottom line.
I mean, I think I think we said to Rab when we heard this information, we were like, oh, if they don't win the event or get like a top 3, then PRED's most likely going to be gone. From what I did hear is that it was supposed to be PRED and Kenny, a two-man change before the event happened, but because PRED played very well in the game prior to the event, he kept this spot for the event.
Yeah, he played well against Gentlemates. He had like a 1.4. And then they were like, okay, we'll keep him on for the event. But it's like, at that point, if there's so many cracks under the surface, then it's pretty much going to be cooked, right? What do you think, Ace?
I don't know. I mean, I understand why they could do it, but I think it's pretty fair to say, and I mean, maybe people have alternative takes about it, but Shotzzy, in my opinion, was playing a bit worse than AG was. So, you know, to kind of like say that's the problem, I'm not sure I agree with that. I think Shotzzy just proves more or less that he's undroppable. I'm not saying he should be dropped. I'm more saying keep them together because they're a good duo. I think they just need to get some more firepower on the AR. I don't think Skies was the solution. And I can also see the validity. People are going to be like, what? But I see the validity, too, of a two-man change because the camp was probably so in the ground after that kind of stage where you really need a big refresher. And it looks like, again, even through the scrims and stuff. So I'm not a fan of the change. I'll be straight up honest. I'm kind of glad the fans' reaction was shock and surprise that they chose to drop arguably their best player right now.
I mean, listen,
I think it's kind of a wild take. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Like I go on, Trey. I get it, but like,
I don't know why everyone was shocked. Like, listen, I'm not saying PRED was the reason, but with Huke, they finished first in this. They finished first in the Major 1 qualifiers. They go to the event. Huke's their best player in respawn. I'd say, and then PRED comes back and they start 0-18. I don't know why anyone's so shocked about it. And I'm not saying PRED's the reason that they went 0-18, but like, you know, I don't know why anyone like
goddamn, you know, but like goddamn.
I don't know why everyone sounds so goddamn shocked that they dropped PRED.
Yeah, I think the shocking thing is that like just the way that they brought him back in the first place, and now he's just gone again. It's like what the hell's going on? Why is it all this time wasted in both regards on some level? But yeah, go on, Ace. And I want to give my perspective a bit more on like the PRED stuff as well.
No, I see it. Again, I think this is the first time we've seen OpTic just be so flip-floppy about just rosters and situation. I get in context. It's just kind of weird to see an organization this established, this big. I wouldn't say give up, but like let go of the best rookie that's been ever, come out besides Hydra, basically. One of the top 2 rookies that's been in the last 5 years, basically. Letting him go on a stage where, of course, everyone's playing badly, teams playing badly. I get it with Huke, you played well, but taking him out, bringing him back, taking him out is just, I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me, and I think that he wasn't necessarily the issue of the team. But we'll see. I guess we'll see in a couple of weeks when they start playing, or a week or two when they start playing with Huke, how well the decision is. 'Cause I might have to eat my words pretty soon.
Before Rab even talks about it, end of the day, anyone realistically could have been dropped off that team. No one was playing exceptionally well. We know Dashy and Shotzzy, they ain't really going to go anywhere. Dashy's been dropped twice before, but I think, we can kind of agree that was just due to like him as a person rather than him and his gameplay. With Rambo and whatever like that. We won't even get into that. That was, but anyone could have been dropped. And I think, at this point, AG is probably like the scapegoat because, like I said, when Huke came in, they got first in the standings, and then AG came back. It's like, it's like chucking me on NYSL with 4 Americans. You know what I'm saying? Anytime some shit goes wrong, they go and look at you. Obviously, people looking at Kenny because he wasn't playing well. But then Shotzzy comes out and says that, he says that jokingly that like, yeah, well, Kenny, I can see Kenny playing for another team, not us, and has a little laugh about it and whatever like that. And now it's rumored that Kenny wants to go somewhere else and, he's ready to play again. So really, really what is going on in that camp? And people were saying that, oh, Trey, you're just jumping to some conclusions. You and Enable are dumb as hell. The vibes are great. Look at them. Look, they're fucking doing podcasts together and shit. Yeah, they like each other out of game. I'm not saying they don't, but you can't tell me those vibes in game were fucking stellar. They were really not. Yeah, they go pickleball together or whatever they do. Yes, they like each other outside the game. They will spend time with each other. But do they like playing with each other? You can clearly tell not, because apparently Shotzzy said yesterday, it's just business. So
That is what he said.
I think the key question I want to present to you guys is: did AG, as someone in the chat so pleasantly said, did he get shafted?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. My take is as follows: if there was any way that PRED could stay on this organization, I think it would have happened. I think they tried, and whatever was going on was simply irresolvable. My perspective is that PRED was such a good fit for OpTic. Like, everything about PRED, the way that he approaches like the game, his confidence, what he's like up on the stage, how he hypes up his teammates, like what he was able to... Look, Kenny deserves a lot of credit for their World Championship success last year, as does Shotzzy, as does Dashy. You know, Karma, JP, whatever. They won champs last year. But PRED was a huge part of it, right? Like, without PRED's energy on LAN, and it even happened this tournament as well, like, PRED's the type of guy that OpTic would, like, want to be a part of their organization. But when whatever happened in December happened, they took him off everything. The pictures were gone. And look, let's be real. These are not issues that have completely come out of nowhere. Like, they've been brewing for a little while. And
can I just say something as well?
You're welcome to.
The same shit that happened when he got, like, you know, when he disappeared, you know,
on his vacation,
and no one said anything about it. No one wished him no one wished him farewell or anything like that. The same shit's happened again.
This is what I'm saying. If you look at his tweets, look at his replies. I said this on the video today, but like, sure, you can't tell me that it's not weird that when I scroll to PRED's Twitter replies, I see no pro in his reply. None of his teammates even tweeted about it. No one said anything. His other tweet is always the same. And you can say, oh, Rab's reading into everything too much again. Like, fuck off. Like, there's just no way. There's like, actually, I've had enough. Like, there's clearly, there's more to this, right? Because you look at like Dashy, you look at Shotzzy, none of them tweeted it. None of them said, like, even Shotzzy, right? That's his boy. And Shotzzy just tweeted out ranked and went live for the day. Like, I'm not saying that they hate each other or anything like that. My point is more like, you know, things clearly weren't good, and PRED getting released now should not be a surprise. It's a shame. It's a big shame. Like I was one of the people that said, and I still agree with this, that it was the best team since the Dynasty. It was the best team since the Dynasty before they won champs. Then they won champs. Like, this was the team destined to go on a run and maintain some of that performance from year to year. And it fell off a cliff immediately. And a lot of that has to do with PRED and what happened behind the scenes. And I think that was affecting the team as well, clearly in the game. I mean, Kenny didn't want to be there, it seemed like.
When Kenny got dropped, or, like, you know, done this thing, whatever like that, Dashy and all them replied, like, you know, Dashy was like one of the greatest teammates I've played with, whatever like that, whatever his tweet was.
Yeah, you want me to bring him up? I might as well bring him up.
I mean,
I'll bring him up.
Yeah, it's actually a fair point. I will say that aspect of this, Kenny does make it a little weird.
This right here, one of the best teammates I've ever played with, an even better friend. I know you'll be back to where you want to be soon. Bro is him.
I mean, look, exactly for reference here, right? If I go to Kenny's tweet when he said he's gone, right? So PRED did the tweet. He said, "Appreciate you all, you know, take care," whatever like that. Let's have a look at Kenny's tweet in the replies. We've got Formal, we've got Octane, we've got Illy, we've got Zinni, we've got Draza, Merc, Maven. You know, among many others.
Only one more thing though. I'm gonna add just to be clear. Sometimes you see more outpour come. Sometimes you see more outpour of support when they feel like people need it. So I feel like Kenny was at a point where he got so much bad PR and bad people telling him to retire and all this kind of stuff, where you kind of feel like
2 times in a row though.
I'm just saying AG is not the guy who isn't gonna bounce back on his feet.
Yeah, but you know, if someone gets dropped, people reply.
Not, I see sometimes, but typically it's not, unless if it's a bad dropping. I don't know, man.
Rob, you got to do the same shit. You can't tell me that shit. Fuck off.
I wish I can go to some other people's I got dropped tweets and be like, look, and like,
there's always
we don't have the time to go do that.
For starters,
no-name players retire and they get 10 pros in their replies.
Yeah, but hasn't PRED just gone through some shit though? Ace, you got dropped.
PRED's gone through some shit. Again. You think if PRED needs support, now might be the time? Because, like, you know, he had a tough time. He comes back to OpTic, plays all right, kind of. I mean, I don't really agree with that, but, like, look at the minimap or whatever. But, like, he plays okay, I guess, and now he's dropped again. Surely you know, and obviously he's had some difficulties. So surely, if there's any time for some players to show some support, and maybe they've all just DM'd him in private, but I somehow doubt it. People want the likes on Twitter. You know how it goes. So
yeah, I mean, I guess so. I guess there is something to say about it. I just found it a little bit surprising that you made a change. You went into the major with a change, won a map, lost one, you're out. You make a second major change of probably the guy. I mean, some would agree or disagree, but the biggest factor as to why you won champs. Shoot me.
But then we're just living in the past.
If there was any way that they could,
the
my
past
opinion
was
is
6 months ago.
If there was any way
can't
that
win
they
a fucking map, so what do you want them to do?
They had to. They wouldn't have dropped him. Like if there was any way this was resolvable, they wouldn't have done it. In my opinion,
they won champs 6 months ago. Great. Whoop do you fucking do? Champs has been won. What are we gonna do this year? Not fucking win an event? They're OpTic Texas. They're not Vegas Falcons.
The disrespect, unbelievable. How dare
That's
you?
not me disrespecting the players. That's not me disrespecting the players. This is me saying, like, bro, even the players don't want this.
Yeah.
OpTic is an organization. They can't. If they're not even in top 3 talks, it's an embarrassment, and they know that.
I get all that's fair. All that's fair. I'm just looking at the personnel you have, the results you get. I get that, but dropping someone that's such a staple and is going to be for the future of the CDL as well. Kind of crazy. It's just kind of it's a crazy thing to happen. I'm just mind blown by it.
Let me lay out this timeline for the stream and everything like this. All right. Back when PRED got dropped the first time, I was like, something's happened. Something crazy has happened, and we don't know what it is. He comes back. It still don't look right. Something don't look right whatsoever. They then drop him. Personally, something's happened in between the 1 and 2 month stint, and it's unresolvable in terms of like gameplay wise, and they all need fresh starts. They all need fresh players. You get every single one of them on a different team, they will all fry. They will all be back. I promise you.
Interesting.
I mean, it's like what Shotzzy said about Kenny. It's like he wants to play, he just don't want to play on OpTic right now, which I think is quite telling about the state of that camp. But the thing that maybe surprises me is if this has clearly been irresolvable, why did the 1.4 against Gentlemates mean anything? Like that's what surprises me.
Because I feel like that's like
I know it would be bad PR. That'd be bad PR. But that's if you're making decisions on bad PR and you're playing a major with PRED just because he had a 1.4 in the previous series, when you know that you're going to drop him after the event anyway. It's not a great look as far as I'm concerned. Not like it massively matters, but at least you could have got an event in with Huke maybe, and had a bit of LAN practice with a new team. If you'd already decided you were going to do it, and maybe they weren't.
OpTic wanted. They just wanted the juice for dropping one before and one after.
It's like I'm making the decisions. It's honestly, I swear I'm the puppet master, because I look at these situations. I'm like, OpTic didn't drop both players at once. They dropped one after another, so I get more views, and we get to run 2 shows instead of 1. It's like, you couldn't make this stuff up. Shout out Hector, man. Shout out Hector. It's my guy.
Hector met with you guys in Dallas, and he's like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna fuel the scene. Don't worry, just give me a little bit. I'm gonna cook."
You couldn't make his stuff up. Like, this is what I would do.
What a guy, man.
What a guy.
Yeah. Crazy stuff, though. Crazy
Shotzzy's coming out on stream and saying it's just business. It's like, oh my god. I mean, this guy is fully, to some degree, fully embracing like the warlord persona, as it were. But I don't think he's wrong exactly. But it is just business. But it's still pretty tough for all parties. And obviously it proves that Shotzzy's that guy. He ain't going anywhere. Like, has he been playing well lately? No. Was he happy with things? No. But he stays, PRED goes. That should be no surprise, because if you don't give Shotzzy his way, he's going to phase. So good luck with that.
I mean, someone asked me today, do I see Shotzzy leaving OpTic? Like, I said he already had his chance. Like, if he really wanted to go when he got offered, he should, like, that was his chance to go. And I don't, like I said, you don't hate being an OpTic. It's just like, right now, does Shotzzy want to win? Or is he looking at FaZe like, damn, that could have been me? Because this the OpTic team, this right now, it's just shambles. It's like you wouldn't expect OpTic to be like this. They're in constant Michael Bay movies for the last 3 years.
Yeah, we keep bringing in the Michael Bay references. I'll appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a crap situation, but we could whenever the time comes, we talk about landing spots. I think something like this needed to happen to shake up the CDL. That's what's at least exciting for me. It's that we've broken up one of the top, quote unquote, top 2, top 3 teams, right? So now there's going to be a good stir up and shake up in the CDL, which hasn't happened for a while, and it kind of created for a boring league. So I'm a little happy about this fluidity and movement and everything kind of bouncing around. I think nobody in their right mind would have bet last year any amount of money, even $1, that Skies would have been on OpTic. So this kind of stuff, like the shake up in the scene, is kind of exciting, at least on the content side and the interest, the drama, the viewership side. It's like a Netflix show we're on right now. It's great. It's a drama. It's like a reality show. I love it.
What I like about it is that the more players you get that play for OpTic, the more the more players there are that are notable that end up getting on thumbnails, right? Because like PRED's now going to go to another team, Kenny's going to go to another team, and people are going to care more about them because they used to be on OpTic, right? Which is why OpTic help fuel the scene. Because even like players that don't play for them anymore, they get more clout because they used to be on OpTic.
I mean, I'm seeing OpTic fans like very upset that PRED's been dropped because obviously I'm not going to disagree with you guys. PRED is an OpTic player. He literally reminds me of like an Australian scump. The hype, the screaming, the gassing up your teammates. Like, he is an OpTic player, but unfortunately, like he's just not. It didn't work out. Now he's gonna, he could potentially go to Falcons, which we'll get into in a little bit, and he could beat this OpTic roster. Now that's gonna feed families.
Yeah, that's gonna be some generational. That's gonna be some generational content right there. Question though, Rab probably know this. Trey probably know this. I can't think of one right now. In the last like 5 years, I don't want to go back all the way back, but like, has anyone left OpTic and come back?
Apart from Huke.
Yeah, except for him.
I mean, Formal was kind of back, right? Like, Formal came back.
Formal left Luminosity, didn't he?
Yeah, he left to LG and then he came back, but
in a different esport.
No, but he played for OpTic in COD. He then retired. As in, he left that Dynasty team. He went to LG.
Are we saying did someone?
Came back to Huntsman.
Are we saying did someone leave to join another team and come back, or did they just leave and come back?
Has anyone left OpTic Gaming and COD, left to join another team, or just left? Yeah, join another team and eventually made their way back onto OpTic.
I mean, the Formal is the answer. Because he left the Dynasty and
then
played
the only
for
one,
LG and then came back.
I mean,
in
Scump.
Cold War. I guess
I don't want to go. Yeah, I don't want to go too far back for Scump. Yeah, that's too far back. So
people are saying OGLA Kenny, but that doesn't really count.
OGLA, that's not OpTic.
I guess Illy left and came back, but he didn't leave. You know what I'm saying? He stepped out.
I'll give that a little bit of thing. But my question I wanted to pose, because what I was getting to with that question was, do we see any realm, any possibility, any world where PRED in a year or 2 years makes it back to OpTic? Do you think that's any realm of possibility?
It just scares me.
It's like, not impossible.
It just scares me when we have these conversations because like PRED could thrive for the rest of the year and go back to OpTic because he's like an OpTic player. But like, this is what I'm saying by like, it just sounds like something happened.
But Dash didn't leave OpTic and go to another team. I think that's the point we're getting at, chat. Crim it kind of counts for as well, but he never played for OpTic.
I could see PRED and Kenny coming back. Not on the same team, but I'm not on the same team. But I'm saying like I could see them both coming back. But
OpTic or just to a team.
To OpTic, I think if you win a world championship of OpTic, and like let's say Kenny joins a team and fries again, or PRED joins a team and fries and they start smoking them, I could see one of them going back for sure.
I just don't know if they would go back with I don't know, it'd be difficult, wouldn't it, to imagine that Shotzzy and Dashy would be happy to say, all right, we'll bring one of those guys back in with a
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, could I see him coming back just based on like how talented they are? Yeah. Could I see him coming back based on what we've seen this year? No.
Yeah, that's a little bit of my. That's why I want to present the question, because like I think it won't be in this game, but I could definitely see a different game where Kenny comes back, or a different game where AG just is frying. Like I think AG is going to go to another team and fry for sure. That's what I think. So I think AG is more likely to come back just based on his performance, but Kenny in a different game might be him again. So I don't know. It's sad to see the state of this team and these
I mean,
players.
OpTic fans are going to be fuming when Kenny and PRED drop some like insane performances and knock them out of a tournament.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
People are already saying that the script is getting written for like, you know, Kenny to knock OpTic down to losers and PRED to knock him out or something. But like, there's nothing you can do about it if you're OpTic. You have to make the move.
There's also rumors of PRED and Kenny teaming together on Falcons, which is going to feed even more families because if they join each other,
there's no chance they want to play together. That's my read.
You see what I'm saying? Like I saw that rumor, and I was like, there is no way that they've been through all this shit on OpTic.
But they would have to be getting paid so much money to team with each other, man.
I'm glad we're all on the same like genuine consensus that them two won't be team with each other.
I don't think that is happening again.
And I'm in general consensus with Rab as well that it only happened if literally the God sent bag just came down for both of them. They looked at each other, just like, hell yeah, let's go.
Hell yeah, Kenny, love you, brother, my guy.
I'm not saying like it's a concrete rumor, Viper. I'm just saying like
people have thrown it around.
Yeah, it's thrown it out there, and I'm just like, I was more spitballing like, there's no way we do this shit.
What confuses me a little bit though is like, because ever since PRED came back, it didn't seem like Kenny was. Look, is Kenny dropping a 0.3 and similar performances the reason why OpTic was sucking? Yeah, it was obviously part of it. Was Kenny that bad at the start of the year with Huke? No, he was not good, but he was not the worst player in the league like he was for a time. At least the worst performing player in the league.
Buddy, he was ass.
Yeah, he was ass. I ain't denying that. My point is, when Huke got dropped, Kenny did that famous stream where he was he wasn't specifically calling out Huke, but he was definitely highlighting Huke's mistakes and not highlighting his own mistakes. And people were talking about it, obviously. And then Huke gets dropped. And, it was a feeling maybe that Kenny was the man to say, I don't like playing with Huke. It's not working. The playstyles aren't working. We should bring AG back. Now, Formal came out on stream and said that it was Shotzzy that made the call to AG. Shotzzy then said, no, it was more complicated than that. But I think my question is that did Kenny actually want PRED back? Because as soon as PRED came back, everything went to shit. And Kenny started playing terribly and didn't seem like he wanted to be there. And now we're talking about the fact they're never getting a team again because they don't get on with each other. So it was kind of a theory at the time that Kenny wanted PRED back in, but I'm not really sure that adds up in hindsight. Shout out Dean for the 2. Also, I think that's maybe he. But like, I respect the team.
No, I would say maybe he did, but just once they started playing together, and he realized how much worse it got playing with him. Then he's like, oh, maybe I didn't know what I was bargaining for, basically.
All right, someone got take on this real quick. No, all right, good go on, Trey. You can shut down.
I'm going to shut down the rumors. I will not be joining Falcons on a 3-year deal for $3 million. I just want to set that out right now.
Not yet.
No, I'm staying with Breaking Point. I just signed a $1.5 million per year deal.
Oh, you're going to reveal that.
They got outbid.
Yeah, Falcons got outbid for we just got cash.
Like we got Steve money, not Saudi money. We got Steve.
1.5 mil year-over-year with private jet to every event included. Like Trey fought a hard bargain, but Dean gave a take ace. He said, "Mark my words." PRED to LA Thieves for Envoy.
Oh, I wonder who made that take a while ago. Some brown guy on this show. I don't know who it is. Yeah, bro. I think that should be considered.
Oh my god, bro. This fucking guy.
You are so fucking faded.
I thought I gave him the chance to back down on the take, but no, he's doubled down. He's doubled down.
Hell no, I'm not backing down. Hell no, I'm not backing down. LAT can't do on land. They're frauds on land, bro. So get a player that's not a fraud on land. Get him in there. Make it. Your team will get better.
Yeah. Sam with the 5. I don't want to expose my identity, but I can guarantee you Kenny is on Rokkr. Contract is signed. Not sure how Ronnie hasn't sniffed it out yet. Well. To be fair, this does raise interesting questions. I was hearing on Sunday night that Kenny had an offer from Minnesota Rokkr. But he also, had opportunities elsewhere. Of course, we know about the Ravens thing that was also potentially on the table. Obviously Falcons, but Ronnie's tweet on Falcons didn't mention Kenny. I don't think he wants to play with PRED. So Yeah, very interesting. I guess time will tell. We'll get into it in a second.
Samuel Burr doesn't want to reveal who he is, but he just donated onto Samuel Burr. I'm on to you, son. I'm on to
you, Samuel Burr. Yeah.
Octane, I'm on to you. Okay, listen. I mean, whenever we come to the Kenny talk, I got some. Since the flank is just throwing things out there, I got something to throw out there when we get there. So
we'll get there in a second. Yeah.
Whenever it's time, I can't wait. I can't wait to do some generationals.
Well, you've just done a generational stinker there.
Tees? Oh wait, I was talking about the LAT. No. LAT would get better with PRED on the roster, 100%.
The presentation was bizarre from the start. As
yeah.
PD says, appreciate the membership as always, especially Shotzzy saying the changes out of their control. Yeah, that was true as well. The other thing I wanted to run past you guys is Karma. I mean, look, I'll just. It's a couple of interesting comments, really. This Mersey guy put a few of them out there. Some of the comments that OpTic have made, the quotes, since obviously PRED's gone. One of them was that Karma said on stream yesterday that the PRED basically did not want to run the flex and just said that he ain't doing it. So, which, like, look, I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know what conversations were had. But the point is that OpTic at least raised the possibility of running the flex for PRED and Kenny running the sub. Kenny may have been down. He may not have been. He may have been down. I don't know. But Karma says that PRED didn't want to run the flex, and therefore he didn't run the flex. They didn't change anything because there was, what was it again? Not a sense of panic, but a sense of urgency or something. But obviously no changes were made, and now PRED's been dropped. So, you know, I guess that worked out, didn't it? I guess that worked out real nice.
He knew the Jackal was the dog.
Yeah, he didn't want to change. But the thing is, what annoys me is PRED's such a talented player, and it worked for him. Like, he was playing 8s, and he's frying sometimes with the AR, and then he don't want to run it. Apparently, look, I'm not making this stuff up. Karma literally said it on the stream, right? So. Yeah, it's very confusing. Karma then said that the duo wasn't working. AG and Kenny wasn't working for us. The search and destroy was abysmal. And look at Ace actually clocking into his call center job right now. Look at this guy. He's like...
I can't start typing, looking at stuff on Breaking Point.
Someone put in the chat earlier, hello there, Ace speaking. How may I help you?
He's even got the background for it. It's like AI-generated background.
Listen, this is the only type of headset we had here, and it is for people using at a call center. I'm just gonna say, and I took it. And I said, okay, I'm gonna use it for the show today. I don't want people to hear. I heard one of our clips, by the way, like in the weeks I was just talking to the laptop, and wow, it was ass. My audio was horrendous, and then I said, no, I gotta change it this week for sure. It was unbelievable.
Any comments on the whole Kenny PRED thing, like flex thing?
I mean,
find some more tweets.
Nah, in my head, personally, I think AG can run any gun. I think he's a valuable sub or AR player. He's just smart at the game. And I mean, there's some players in this game that I think should swap roles or even consider both. AG would be one of them. Vivid went to AR, Reese running both. Certain guys, I think Attach could run both, honestly. I think Attach would be better with the sub. I think Mac is also a great shout to run both. There's certain guys when they pick up ARs, and sometimes you just see them how they play and their play styles could be very, very, very good in this game and how it plays with an AR as well. Because ARs that are successful have to be a bit more aggressive and play a little more like subs. So I actually think AG would be a great flex. So it's kind of weird in my mind that he don't want to switch over.
No, this is why I read into things, and this is why I might be a fucking genius.
Lock in.
Why didn't AG want to switch to a flex? Because that team was choked. And it seems to me that if the team got better with him on it, with the flex, maybe I'm spitballing, but maybe Kenny and PRED, they ain't friends. Maybe they ain't fucking with each other. So why would PRED...
You're reading deep, huh?
Why would PRED change to why would PRED change his role and then Kenny change his role too?
Maybe Kenny looks better on the sub. Can't be having Kenny looking better.
Maybe it's short choked.
Oh no.
And there was no saving it. Because this is my thing, right? If they really wanted to try and save it, they would have tried everything.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have too much more of a take. It's just surprising to me that he would say no, considering how much in shambles the team would be. The team was in, actually. get Kenny on a sub, get him on get him on an AR, and I think I actually think they could have been pretty successful, to be honest. Like Trey, as a player, like, do you think if Ken switched to a sub and AG went to an AR, the team actually would have been a bit better?
PRED and Kenny are both fucking generational talents. They can use whatever gun they want. I think PRED plays a slower role in this game, and he plays a slower role in an SMG game, but this game doesn't allow it to be like that. We've had this conversation a few times.
We have.
Where PRED's playstyle might not match this game's playstyle. And that's probably why this team ain't as successful as before, because it's not as easy to do that.
Yeah.
Do I think he'd be good on AR? Yeah, for sure. He can use any gun, same with Kenny. The issue is my thinking now is why didn't you want to change?
Yeah.
Because if the team's in shambles, you would try anything, right?
Of course.
If the team's that badly in shambles, hey Dash, you get on the sub, baby. I've got it. I've got the AR. So you've got to try something, and the fact that they said, nah, fuck it, we ain't doing that, says a little something.
I mean, look, clearly you guys are in agreement, as I am, that Kenny and PRED ain't the best of buds. Let's put it that way. Like,
maybe I think in game they're not the best of buds. I think out of game, cool.
Sure. I guess it's a question as to when that. I mean, look, I don't know what the truth is there, but like, obviously things aren't the best. They were both at the after party on Sunday night, but like they weren't hugging it out. But that's not really to read into much, because they were just chilling with their own people. But you know how it goes sometimes. Karma said PRED refused to move to the flex. Yeah, we just talked about that a couple of seconds ago and mentioned it. But Huke's back, baby. He's back. I know that some people were saying, Huke should not even take the phone call, because like these guys, they keep messing him around. And if I had to put money on whether Huke's still in this organization this time next year, I'm probably saying no. I wish I had a different answer, but that's how it is right now.
I think I can finally say that, like, Huke got offers from a lot of teams, and one of his biggest considerations was that he didn't want to leave Texas. So he denied offers from a few teams, and you could use your brain and how you want to gather that piece. But he said no to all of them because he's like, no, I want to stay in Texas. So do with that information as you will. But I don't know if he was plotting to stay to get back on this team. Maybe I think his girl lives there. Maybe.
Yeah, so, I think it's just more of a thing of like, I'm not leaving Texas anymore. This is my home. I don't have to join a team to live here. I've got bread. I don't need to play for a different team and live in Vancouver when I can just stay and play here if a team will let me.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, multiple offers, but he denied. Either they were too low, or they had him moving out of Dallas or out of Texas, whatever. I think he's in Dallas, but yeah, he denied them based on that. So now I can finally, since Flank is ruining everything, and we're just saying whatever we want and giving reasons and everything. I heard that from heard that around.
No, the flank ain't ruining it. This is what I like to see. This is what feeds generations, because this happens in every single sport. And, I think it's a good talking point where the fans get to see they get to hear about it. They get to see it. As long as there's nothing like really revealing in there, like they don't want to know. But yeah, listen, the leaking stuff and everything like that, I feel like it's good for the scene. I really do.
Yeah, as long as you're not like revealing someone's like, oh, they're gonna retire. So like, don't do that. Obviously, don't be a bonehead about it. But yeah, this kind of stuff, I guess. Hey, I'm just gonna let everyone know. You better subscribe, because this show's about to get 10 times spicier now that this is what we're doing now. I'm just letting everyone know. So. Yeah.
Dean's back at it again. LAT have Scrap and Hydra. Why keep Envoy for PRED? I think that's exactly why you keep Envoy for PRED, personally. Although Ace may have a different take. Joey also says go on. I would just say, Joey says for the 5, how are the lads feeling about the blow up the team mentality Falcons have? Heard rumours Arcitys was going to them, and more potentially. We'll get to in a second.
Interesting.
I'm down to blow it up, baby. I ain't complaining. Blow it up all you like. Blow it up every week, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, the mentality they have is if OpTic's going to drop 2 of the greatest players, why should Falcons not blow it up with 4 of the worst players statistically in CDL history? So I think they're finally realizing they tried it. They gave the guys a chance, but it's genuinely embarrassing You're putting millions of dollars to get in this league. You're putting up, bro. Dude. Hey, if anyone doesn't know how good of an org they are, the players have a private chef.
They have a private chef, and they have like where OpTic was stationed in the heart of downtown Dallas, just next to the American Airlines Center.
You better say that better. You better say that the way
no,
it
I'm
should
not.
be said.
I'm just saying it like that. I don't do that. I've given up with that a long time ago. Down. No, I don't know. And the floor above is where the Falcons are stationed, right? So that facility was too much bread for OpTic. They were paying bags on, on the parking there, on the setup there. It weren't cheap. And Falcons just said, you know what, guys? We'll pick the floor above. No stress. We got it locked down.
That's how much it is. That's cheap.
that's how much you're asking.
That's a good price.
Right?
That's a good price.
Hell
right?
Yeah.
Can we buy the building? Can we buy the stadium?
Can we get? Yeah. You maybe get both floors just in case.
Only one correction to what Rab said, just because they have pictures up and stuff. It's the up floor above across the way.
Okay.
One correction.
Yes, very true. That is correct.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that the rent is probably relatively similar.
Oh, I've seen the rent.
It's six.
It's significant. It's in the tens for sure.
It's in the tens, that's for sure. It ain't cheap over there. So
no.
Yeah, the boys have got a nice spot. I would imagine they get a private chef to go own 27.5 points. I think it might be time to blow it up. Like
someone said to me, "Oh, Falcons are just going to ruin the league." Good.
Hell yeah! Try your best. I think.
I hope they show people how it should be run.
Yeah, that's another thing. I know there's rumors of PRED to Falcons and people to Falcons, Illy to Falcons, Arcitys to everyone's the Falcons, right? Kenny to Falcons. Everyone and their mamas go to Falcons apparently. So I just think not only maybe payment potential and such, but the chance to be in the spot you want to be in. To succeed in Call of Duty, right, in Dallas, that area. Also, the support you get from an organization with a facility, with housing, with private chef, with everything. Like they really want to support the COD scene and their team. So, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if you see some of your favorite players joining Falcons soon in the future, whenever. Because I think everyone, if it's not OpTic, if it's not FaZe, and maybe not LAT, I can't think of another organization below that has as much appeal as Falcons. I really can't think of one.
Are we forgetting about when you go to EWC?
Oh yeah, you get to meet like the prince.
Oh
basically.
My God, you're gonna be getting treated like, yo, Falcons. Let me know if you need any extra help.
This is why we had to pay Trey the $1.5 million a year, but we got an exclusivity deal actually. So unlucky you can't speak with him anymore.
I'll go fuck myself. Thank you.
I don't got that. So salam alaikum, Mr. Prince Man. How you doing? Welcome to Breaking Point. I am your resident brown man. Bring me in. Let's go. Let's have a conversation.
Huke, of course, born in Saudi Arabia, but not on the Saudi team. We do, however, have Huke in scrims, and he's fried in scrims, baby. We're back. OpTic are back. This is a screenshot of yesterday, and we have, well, I mean, this is a little zoom in. We've got Huke on the, you guys can just about see that. You can see the bar anyway on the left-hand side there. That's 235 points to OpTic, 95 to their opponent. And you see in the bottom right-hand side, Huke has full streaks on the board, at least the streaks that you're allowed to use. So you got to think...
Did you hear who they were playing?
I didn't. I know that some people were saying it was Ravens, but they actually played Ravens today, so I'm assuming it was someone else.
I got told it was Ravens, and I got told that they'd done a role swap to play against OpTic for Gwyn and Vivid. They swapped roles. Vivid ran the sub, Gwyn ran the AR, and they got absolutely bopped and changed it back.
Well, I'm absolutely shocked about that one. This is the issue when you're Ravens and you're like, maybe we'll get rid of Kenny, or we'll get Kenny, we'll get rid of Vivid. All of a sudden, that ain't happening anymore. And it's
shook, and it's so fucking shook. Vivid sat there, he's like, you want to get rid of me?
Yeah,
I'm back now.
The team's short.
We don't want to play with Vivid.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't want to play with Vivid. All right, let's get Kenny in. Oh shit, Kenny ain't coming no more. Yo, Reese.
Let's just actually we weren't trying to drop you. We were just thinking about swapping the rules.
Reese, we done April Fool's early, twin. Don't worry, you're back in. We really didn't want you to go anywhere. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
You got to make sure that shit goes through because now you guys. Sure.
Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna try and make a change like that, you gotta make sure it happens because otherwise you get into a real predicament here. Like Ravens, I think they're actually cooked. Like unless they do something.
Yeah. Are we talking about this Ken and Raven stuff?
Let's do the Ken Raven stuff. I think we don't need to speak much more on Huke. Like we know what Huke is as a player. We know how he works with Shotzzy. Like whether
one question for the lads then. Where does OpTic Major 3 hits in standings? With Huke and Skies instead.
Like in the standings? Or end the standings? Or you mean in terms of qualifying?
In Major 3 standings. Where does OpTic place with this new team?
All right, should I look at their matchups?
I did hear before we go into standings that I'm pretty sure Huke had an offer from Falcons too.
Oh, very interesting.
Who cut off Falcons?
That doesn't surprise me really at all.
Huke had an offer from Falcons, I think.
I heard that as well. Yep.
Huke had an offer from Falcons, and I think that's why it took a little time too. I think he might have been considering it, which would have been fire because I feel like that's a good project, but I did hear that.
Yeah.
All right, OpTic would run this stage.
If we're just leaking everything.
OpTic play 5 matches this stage. They play Rokkr. That's a win. They play Cloud9. That's
possibly.
It's a game 5. They play Miami. That's a win. They play Falcons. That's probably still a win. And then
that gets the most viewership of any match.
Oh my god! Yeah, that gets getting me rock hard just thinking about it.
I just feel like having I feel like their new roster, like whoever they put in that team, people are gonna want to see them play OpTic, and it's gonna be pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, so that's Falcons OpTic, and then the last game is then OpTic FaZe. So it's a pretty banger couple of games, but. I think OpTic go 3-2, 4-1 potentially here. I believe in.
The funny thing is now it looks like there's no Vegas coin.
What do you mean?
No more free Vegas dub.
No
more hot 3.
We ran out of coins, Ace. There's no more coins. There's no free 10 CDL points. You're gonna have to actually lock in for that one.
So we heard the 5 predictions. Where does OpTic place in Major 3?
You mean at the end of at the major?
No. Through qualifiers and the major, where do they end up for the full Major 3 split? Not from the year, not the year's standings.
Sure.
For Major 3,
how well
do they play?
Are probably. Okay, well, my opinion is that Ravens are cooked, so chalk them up. FaZe, Thieves. I think Thieves will get better with time. I don't think they're complete frauds. They're going to lock in the stage again. Toronto are looking kind of nice. Cloud9 are good. Surge are good. I mean, logically, you'd say that OpTic end up in the kind of top 6 range, but certainly better than where they are right now. My opinion.
I think I actually, you know what? Radical. I think they're going to place 3rd.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that out of you, Ace.
3rd.
Think OpTic get that much better. I mean, look, it can't get any worse.
I mean, listen, they've started trimming.
Yes, they could be top 12.
Going back to the OpTic shit though, like just before we move on, they decided not to stream scrims. They get a new team, and day 1, they're like, "Yeah, fuck it, we're back to streaming scrims." Were the vibes that fucking bad? I would have paid to have been in that cool.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's got to be something from the depths of hell. Because Shotzzy said why, by the way, they didn't stream scrims, and it was pretty funny.
Shit slam.
No. That was the reason eventually. But actually, when they first brought PRED back, they were going to stream them because they had no reason not to. But PRED said to the team, like, "Yo, I think we want to be hiding these scrims because I don't want them to know how much we're going to be frying." So he said to Shotzzy, they're like, "Look, we can't be having the other teams watching our pods. It's going to be crazy. We're going to be going insane." And then turned out that exactly the opposite happened. They were getting shit slammed so bad.
That's what Shotzzy said.
That's what Shotzzy said. That PRED came back in and was like, "Yo, we better be hiding these scrims. Like, we're going to be unreal." And But obviously back in December, they were getting their shit slammed with PRED as well. Like that's what you remember Scrappy said that on stream, that when they first brought in Huke, people are asking him how his scrims went against OpTic, and then he said, well, better than with PRED, they were getting shit slammed. So I don't really know why PRED thought that he was going to magically come back in and fix the team, because it wasn't working for them in December anyway, for whatever reason. And then obviously things got so bad that Shotzzy was never going to turn the stream on. And then day one, the scrim bucks are back, baby. So I'm not complaining. It's good for me.
Yeah, it's great for you. Another OpTic fun now. Generational love.
I think it was 6-2 in the end. OpTic versus Ravens. They were scrims. I mean, look, maybe Ravens are completely fraudulent now, but I think that it's still a pretty good result for them.
I think any map win's a good result for him. Not in a mean way.
Yeah,
not in a mean way.
Just get a bad win on the board. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, I don't mean it in a mean way. I'm just saying, like, you know, with a new team, with the new players, you know, they're probably, you know, having fun, whatever, like that. I think it's nice.
They're definitely having a much better time over there, man. There's just no way they're not. Like, and it's going to help them. It's not to say that the ceiling of the team should be radically different, but like they were not able to access anywhere near that ceiling, and they clearly needed a substantial change. That's what they've done. Just arguably, they should have done it earlier. Maybe they should never have brought PRED back. I think, obviously, in hindsight, things have been very much mishandled. And look, they're trying to rebuild the situation, do the best they can for the rest of the year. Maybe try and form a similar thing with what happened with Ghosty when he came in, and just try and do what you can. Maybe make a finals if you can. See how far you can get. But then the year after, even this upcoming off season, you got to think that depending how well they do, that they'll be looking at potential options on the market, but potentially so will a team like the Vegas Falcons too. So, but of course, they're going to be making changes before then, you'd imagine.
Let's also not discredit like the players they have picked up. They have picked up Huke, world champion. They picked up Skies, world champion. Last year, came second as well. Like, you know, show some love.
They've just been scrimming Miami as well, and the first 3 maps have gone 4-1 or 3-1 in OpTic's favor. The vote was 250-138. So look, both these teams, obviously Super's come in, but so
I'm
again,
really not
it's
shocked.
a little bit difficult to tell.
Real got, you know, rumors Real going to OpTic. He's probably rubbing his fucking feet and hands together. I'm fucking in there. Go on, then go on. They go, nah, never, boss. We're getting Super in. You're the fucking man. You're the star player. Lock in. Boom. Bopped.
Yeah, bopped. Yeah, but Real thought he was that guy.
I do have a funny story for the stream as well. Like, Real come up to me at the bar on Sunday and was like, why are you talking shit about my team? I was like, because your ass. And he wasn't expecting it. He goes, you really think that? I was like, yeah, like your ass. And I was like, I don't think you're ass, though. I think you're good. You know, I think you just need to make a change. You guys would be great. You know, you guys would be fine. And he looked at me and was like, damn, like he actually stood on 10 toes. Like,
yeah, he actually got my shit right there. And they made a change.
He was like, damn, he just told me.
He had to sort of slump off, like took his drink and dipped.
Yeah, what does he expect? Like, you know, I like Real. I think he's a funny guy, but I think he was like expecting me to maybe be like, nah.
Yeah, my bad. I just said it for the clout. I was like, no, you guys are top 3 team.
Listen, like I said,
I
I like all of these guys. You know, all the pros, everything like that. Nothing we say is attacking them personally. If I don't think you're good at the game, I don't think you're good at the game. That don't mean I don't like you as a person. You guys probably didn't think I was good back in the day. So, you know, that's how that's the relationship I like to have with people.
And the Lion Man cards don't disagree with that. I mean, like Renko and Real were dropping numbers. The other 2 guys weren't. Lucky actually got the Burger King card of the stage, which was a little bit of a surprise to me.
Damn, Rab, can you lift my camera up, twin? You've chopped half my hair off.
Oh, my bad, dog.
Told you, this guy Rab, as long as he's
I'm like slouching in the chair and shit, trying to fucking like lock in. Like, keep the hair.
Yeah, I got you. Here we got the lucky Burger King. Kenny managed to escape without the Burger King, which is kind of impressive.
That is actually insane as well.
Yeah, Kenny no Burger King.
And
Objective
Andy
Demon.
played less matches.
Yeah. So like, I didn't realize it was this bad for Lucky, but yeah, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Yeah, because no one's paying attention to the goddamn heretics. That's why you didn't realize it.
Yeah, respectful.
What you're on about? They're a top 3 team.
They're the best in the league. I'm sorry. It's my bad.
All right, so they've done it. They've blown it up. They made a change. Method's sick. He was saying a few things about what they've done, about why they made the move and all this. Like, does anyone really care?
Damn, Jesus. Spare them some life. Holy hell.
Nah, like, I got no issue with the camp, but, like, all I'm saying is we went to an event in Madrid, and the team with the third let's say the country with the third most fans there was Spain. There was more Brits and more French there than there was Spanish. So, like, Spanish, they exist, the Spanish fans? Like, can we lock in?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. To have an event in your own home country and not have predominantly home fans there is pretty insane.
Yeah, so, look, I got no issue with the Spanish guys, but, like, Lucky's gone. He's been asked for a while. Super's back in. Super any better? Yeah, I think he probably is. So I think they can do better. I think they could also consider... I mean, Eric Boom, he's kind of been cooking. I know that he played for them a bit. They could maybe consider bringing him back in if they need it. It might not be ideal, but he's at least a name that they could have on the radar if they feel like they need another change. But obviously they played well at Major 1, so it was a nice moment in front of the home crowd, sure. Home crowd.
Home crowd cheese.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, they made the move. We'll see what happens. It was a pretty obvious change, I thought, for them to make that change. There's been other things happening, though, too, because over the last couple of hours, confirmation from Gentlemates that Lynnz is gone. They've listened to the boys, and they've decided that the French Connection project is going away. Gataga was on stream as well talking about this, up-and-coming S&G player who's been cooking. It's going to be Johnny. But Lynnz is officially gone. They've benched him, right? He stays as a sub, which I think is probably the right move. But, yeah, he had a pretty horrific stage 2. Obviously wasn't making a lot of the correct decisions. It doesn't seem like the team was really locking in well. So they've decided to put him to the bench for the time being. Is it going to be the only change they make? I think that's a question. But look, Gataga and the team probably knows that, sure, this French kid, he ain't exactly Hydra. But it doesn't mean that the team isn't still going to get support from the French fan base, right? Like, okay, it would be ideal to have a French star player, but maybe they say, you know what, we could get Cobra. Maybe we'll get Hydra down the line when he's, off the Los Angeles Thieves. But for now, we'll just run it with the team that can actually deliver results. Because at the end of the day, the fan base, what's the fan base going to prefer? You have a team that actually wins something, or you have a team with a French player that loses everything, right? Like, it's pretty obvious what they're going to prefer to support.
I mean, what else do you want me to say? How long have I been saying it for? How many weeks in a row have I been saying it? Every time we discuss these guys, I've been saying the same thing over and over again. Lynnz is a talented player, but he's not a player that runs in a system well. He doesn't get better and better week by week. He actually tends to get worse and worse week by week because other people are learning the game. He's still just playing it like it's a pub. And again, so much talent, and I hate that it's being wasted here. The team is hopefully, I think now that they're realizing they can, the whole point is to win, not just be a French connection. They have a chance. I know there's some controversy about their coaching stuff too. Like they want to have some other French coach they reached out to. It was Whalers or something? Was it Whalers?
That was the rumor. Yeah, I don't know if you know any more about this, Trey, but my understanding is like
there's actually some underlying things that I know about this, but out of respect to the people it involves, I'm not going to say it until it comes out. Just know you could probably see a coach maybe depart from this organization.
Not just leaking shit anymore.
Well, this is a little bit different.
I hear you. Like it's
I'll type it in this chat.
Yeah, I mean, all I'll say is it's a complete fucking mess over there at the Gentlemates, from top to bottom. So expect more changes soon, I guess, is the bottom line here. Dean says a FaZe in absolute flow state. Yeah, I mean, they got to be loving this. But equally, there's teams that are trying to form rosters that could be better than them. But FaZe also recognize that they've had a part to play in this by kind of crushing things as it was. So yeah, I'm not expecting a great sign here from Gentlemates. I know that there were rumors that Whalers was maybe going to be coming in as a coach, and obviously if he's coming in, then I don't imagine that they're keeping, Javed and Daryl in the current situation. But then equally, if they're getting rid of Lynnz, then it's like, well, are we bringing in a French coach? Like, is that going to make sense? And also, does Wailers have any idea what he's talking about? Like, he's not played COD in years.
Is he a pro Valorant player now?
Yeah, he went to their Valorant team and then got dropped, I think. So it's all kind of confusing. But yeah, Gentlemates, they've got a fan base. They've got a big name streamer at the helm of the organization. Everything else is a bit of a mess. And I guess another question is like, well, is a one-man move even enough here, really, right? Like, because I think if anyone had to predict what would happen after the event, people would probably have said, well, maybe it's time for Priester to go again. But like that doesn't seem to have happened yet.
I've heard it's not a one-man change. I heard it's 2 to 3.
2 to 3? Damn. They proper blown it up.
A squad wipe, a true squad wipe, which is honestly neat. I mean, you're bottom team.
Respectfully, you are a bottom team. You are one of the most predominant, like you are one of the most dominant teams in the league in terms of fan base and who you've got at the realm, and then just an org in general. And you know, fan base wise, Ace, Rab, they're on par with OpTic.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
And they are 11th in the league.
Yeah. Damn, the biggest fan bases are 9th or 8th and 11th.
OpTic technically is 6th right now, but yeah, they're kind of
6th now.
down
Oh,
there.
my bad.
I mean,
if you check, if you check the COD League website, they've probably got.
They fixed it. They fixed it, Trey. After we cooked it, they actually fixed it. I think. Let me check.
You know what's funny is,
bro,
we provide the best constructive criticism of all time because anytime. How many times have I been saying, yo, after this event, I think Falcons might, you know, drop everyone and build around one Saudi player?
These are actually the correct numbers. Look at this. Amazing.
I bet, yo, this year I've been fucking cooking. I ain't gonna lie. I've been cooking hard this year. Apart from the OpTic stuff, because they can't win.
Okay. All right. I was gonna let you. I was like, don't start with me right now.
Actually, no. We're actually with the OpTic stuff. I was cooking bar the actual matches that they played.
How about we say this? How about collectively? We're absolutely golden goose A+ rating right now in terms of cook.
I know Championship Sunday is more when I turn up, if you know what I'm saying. I get it all right.
Oh,
many men. Wish death
upon me.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Ace could have won if he just listened.
He could have won if he just listened to Trey, boy, man. But Trey's never wrong. Okay, so
man, I took a respectable spot.
Lynnz is out of there. oJohnny's coming back in. He's back to the league. I actually rate this move a lot. I like Johnny. I think he's a good kid. Got a good head on his shoulders. Talented player. I think he was on, obviously. Look, fair play. Anyone who's on Legion and makes it back to the league, tippable in my opinion. And I think that's what's going to be happening here. So I'm hoping it works for him. I just think that if he's really joining a camp that's completely compromised, it's never a good sign. Like, I'd love him to go to a better team, but like there isn't really any other teams that make any sense for an SMG right now.
No, I mean, there's no other teams I think that are willing to take a risk on him personally. I've asked around about Johnny, and currently the league needs more ARs than SMGs, which is a very shocking place to be in for the league, because most years is we need a good SMG to make a big difference. Right now, everyone really needs some ARs to step in. The main AR role has been the role that's kind of messing everyone up because of how the game plays. So Johnny's good. I mean, he's good. Don't get me wrong, like he's good, but he didn't get much traction because his service isn't really needed right now. So it's a rare time in COD, and I'm sure Trey can back that up with me too. It's a very rare time when a sub is not the most needed thing in the game.
There's so many bad ARs, it's not even funny. Like, it's actually making me want to come back and start shooting again.
At some point, I really think you should, and I'm not even joking. I think it's like your chance to come back properly and go get Gentlemates. There's so many teams that are so ass, bro.
I'm too old. They look at me as a relic these days. You know what's funny is I heard from I think it was Lion that Clay was at the bar and he was like, "There's only a few players that retired could come back," and he listed me as one of them. He said I could. I
was there. I heard the convo. You mentioned Scum. You mentioned Formal. You mentioned Crim. You mentioned himself, Clay, and then he said that man too over the shoulder, Trey Zero. If you put his time into the game, he could come back within a couple of weeks. He'd be right up to speed.
And what, Trey just re-downloaded the game? Yo, is Trey coming back?
You gotta think. After Major 3. You gotta think that this year Trey might be going to Falcons.
You gotta think if Gwyn's not running it, running up the land, KDs, I come back and reclaim the fucking throne. That's what you gotta feel like.
Can you imagine?
Because listen, there was no Vegas coin back when I played. We had the Paris Legion coin, which it got a little bit gritty back in the day.
Exactly, a little gritty, like a couple of game 5s in there sometimes.
Yeah, but there was never, you were never gritting up with fucking Falcons. That was just a free dubski.
Yeah, can't be taking it, especially they go to the major, they get their free double.
You gotta think is overtaking my record is a little bit fraudulent.
Yeah, a little bit fraudulent for that one. I'm thinking Trey this year, instead of rocking up to the Fairmont residences, maybe Trey's going to be in that Hilton. Maybe he's going to be in that player lounge.
I'll actually be requesting the Fairmont.
I think we should be doing that. Okay, so we've got Gentlemate's Johnny. That's the big talking point. But let's talk about Kenny to Carolina. Now, I kind of want to say, I don't want to say like I've talked this into existence, but before this was even rumored, like after they went out of the tournament on the Saturday, I think I mentioned it in the video that night about whether Kenny for Vivid was an option, because Ravens, bit of a slump. I mean, not been looking as good over the last couple of weeks. Top 8 at the major. They've got a nice buffer in terms of championship points. They can afford to take a little bit of risk. Vivid never really was their chosen flex player anyway. He's not really a flex. Never made that much sense to me. Good player, sure. Does he often get kind of screwed over on teams that he's not the worst player on? Sure. But did it make some sense to at least consider Kenny, given the circumstances? Kenny wants to come back, it seems. He's got a lot of life left in the tank. I think Kenny was on stream today, and he looks like absolutely buzzing to be no longer part of whatever that OpTic situation was. And look, is he great at this game? Probably not. But the experience with Slasher, with Tej, and with Gwyn, on paper, it's a pretty nice team. So anyway, it was rumoured Kenny maybe to Ravens was an option. And all of a sudden, now it's maybe no longer an option. I don't know if there's like an update on this tweet or anything, or on this page, but we did see from Tommy Zuma said it on stream last night that there's some sort of contractual thing. There's some sort of money thing, which has not really worked out. But as far as we understand, Kenny, well, he should be a free agent, but of course there's all these like termination clauses and these type of things that often go into play. Kenny probably wants to get paid a certain amount of money, especially when you're talking about the fact that Falcons exist on the market. It changes the concept of what players would like to get, because if they know that they can potentially get a Falcons offer, they can then go to a certain team and say, hey, maybe I want this amount rather than that amount. But yeah, Ravens Kenny was a possibility. I know that people were really clowning this move. I actually kind of liked it as like a little bit of a gamble, which has some upside in my opinion if they want to really try and take the next step. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen anymore.
As far as I know, it was actually like a serious move. It was supposed to happen, but the contractual stuff that is the problem was, Carolina wouldn't put up the money to acquire him.
There was a certain amount of money that he wanted, and Raven just don't have that to pay him.
Yeah, so that he wanted, or that OpTic wanted to get him. Like, is he a free agent?
I think he's free.
OpTic, he's not free.
Yeah, he's not free. Yeah. Okay, he's not.
Yeah.
No.
So this is the case. Like, Kenny's been dropped, but he's still on a contract for probably 2 months, or something like that.
He's still on contract, and OpTic wants to get something for him, but Carolina wouldn't put it up. And as far as I heard, it wasn't a large number. So this is another case of
we're talking like 5-figure, low 5-figure. I mean, you don't have to say, but like I'm just kind of guessing
I've heard it's okay. Let me put it like this: all three of us would laugh at the amount that it was.
What? That how much they want? That how much OpTic wanted?
Yes.
Yeah, Ravens don't pay it.
And Carolina refused to pay it, and it got so bad. And again, this. I mean, the players were trying to figure it out and try to come to some resolution. Like they would even put up some funds, and it didn't work.
Oh my god!
I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, I actually have a story. So back in the day,
hate this goddamn org, man.
On Vanguard, when we was going through our shit with Joey Gizmo, I'm pretty sure if for the life of me, I think we tried picking up Temp to the Ravens, and I think he had a buyout from Paris Legion at like maybe like 10K. It was something like that, and Ravens refused to pay it. They didn't even listen.
Oh my god. And it's the same shit happening again. But the issue is for Ravens, this is going to chalk your goddamn team. Like, if the players wanted Kenny, Kenny wanted to join. It's like such a great option. Ravens have lucked them. Like, how have Ravens, this dog shit org, lucked themselves into an actual good team? They've got Slasher, world champion, best veteran AR still going in the league. They've got a rejuvenated TJ. Nobody thought this kid was going to be any good anymore a couple of years ago. He's back and frying. They've got Gwyn, one of the most promising young players into the entire league. And now they have the option to pick up a 2-time world champion Kenny with experience with the other guys and go from 4th in the league to try and get even better. Somehow Ravens, after some terrible years in the league, ever since the Zero retired days, have got this team together, and now they're just going to squander it because they don't want to pay the money. The same shit organisation that tried to run an event last year and then bottled it, and then they had to run it in a garage with no fans. I can't be asked. They moved away from London. London no longer has a team, and I can see this in my analytics that the UK fan base is struggling for it. And so I just hate this org for many reasons, and this is another one because I would wanted to see that happen. And they're also going to chalk it for their own team because if the team was so on the same page about getting Kenny in for Vivid, Vivid knows this. Like, it's not like Vivid is completely oblivious to the fact that they were trying to drop him for Kenny. And now, I mean, who can they even get instead? I mean, I guess if they are going to make a change with Vivid, they have to go down to challenges and find someone who actually is free because they don't want to pay, you know, matter of a few grand for a buyout.
Yeah, I feel like it was just such a, like, bro, the generational hate that this organization deserves is unreal. Like, I can't. I get Kenny's not playing well right now. I get that. Maybe that was in their consideration.
No,
but the guy's, it's a world champ, bro. It's a guy who won last season. It's a guy who's trying to revitalize and be with, you know, him and Slasher, I'm sure, are boys and competitively think alike. Again, two great minds in the game. You know, it's an opportunity to also bring eyes and bring some brand to your goddamn shitty-ass org with someone who's just on OpTic coming to your team. You know how much attention that's going to get? That's good PR right there, Rab. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Hell
good
yeah.
PR, baby.
It'd be such a good story. Slasher and Ken on the same team against OpTic? Oh, my God. It's like the perfect story.
And here they are, they can't make it happen.
I mean, Viper put in the chat, they want Kenny, but they don't have the money. Listen, they're paying, they've got $10,000 lying around somewhere. $15,000 lying around somewhere. If the issue with this is it creates a bad relationship between the players and the organization.
Yeah, who's going to want to play the next year? Slasher going to try and stay if he can? He gets a better offer?
You know, you imagine Slasher like, they're like, yo, Slasher, we want you to come back next year. And he's like, oh, that's cool. Am I going to be able to buy a player for fucking $5? Nah, of course not. All right, well, fuck you then.
Yeah.
You know, it's like what they done with me and Gizmo. When we signed our contracts, we signed it in September, I think. They refused to pay us until we got to America. Like, so we didn't get, me and Joey we got given the minimum of the league, which was like 51,500 or something. But by the end of the year, we got paid like 40 something because they didn't want to pay us till we had visas.
Damn.
But they paid the other two players, so they wanted to save like, I don't know, $10,000.
Yeah, see,
like, it's some fucking
yeah. And then when we complained about it, they were like, like, yo, can we get up? Because the same thing happened with Nasty. Nasty didn't get paid until he got there, but his pay he got his back pay.
Oh.
He got back paid, but me and Gizmo didn't. And when we complained about it, they said, deal with it.
Poverty. What does that spell? Poverty. Poverty or
Get these shitters out of the fucking league, man. I can't be arsed. What annoys me is that I genuinely really like this team. I want them to do well. I was a big fan of the team since the first day that they formed, and I was like, oh my god, I'm actually gonna have to have a soft spot for the Ravens this year. The blues kind of nice. The jerseys are kind of fire. And here we are again with an absolute clown show. So
I mean, let's not hate the players for being on the org. Let's hate the organization for being such a fucking shit organization. Respectfully, you are a poverty org in the league, and you're lucky to have a team that's actually fucking that can compete with the big dogs that aren't dickheads.
Yeah, so it's actually their best team in a.
Good luck not making champs next year. I'll see you back in top 12, baby.
Now the sad thing about it is there's no minimum salary now for anyone to join the league now. So it wouldn't surprise me even if they picked up a challenger player, they whacked them on 20,000.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me either.
I mean, they have to pay state minimum salary, I guess. There's probably something in there, but
yeah, what's that? 26?
It depends on state they're in, I guess. If they're employed about North Carolina, I don't know what that'll look like. It's obviously different if you're based at Cali.
Crazy. It's crazy. And then the players have got to sit there and act like everything's fucking A-okay. And then when it's all said and done, you got Sasha on a stream saying how shit the org is.
Yeah.
Hey boys, we're getting paid 3,000, but we're in the penthouse. Woo!
Oh my god, the Brian's. I mean, it just sums things up. You got Brian Saint's penthouse. They're playing. That's their facility. That cracked me up so much when they were like, "We're getting the boys a facility," and it was just Brian Saint's penthouse.
Bro, that's broadcasted to everyone. Oh yeah, 50,000 viewers on a COD stream. You got Scump watching it. All these businesses, billionaires. Yeah, Brian's penthouse is paying off. Come on, bro. It just looks so fucking unprofessional.
Yeah, it's honestly. Yeah, I mean, just generally going back to the Kenny topic. Yeah, man, Kenny's. I know he was linked. It was exciting. Everyone was basically down for it, but then the Carolina management refused to put up a couple dollars. Basically, is the summarization.
What are these guys getting paid, man? And what sort of salaries are these cats taking?
I don't listen. From what I can tell you, from when I was there, that when it was Vanguard to MW2, and I was pretty fucking good at Vanguard. Let's not get it twisted. All right, I was on, like I said, I was on, let's say, under minimum in Vanguard, 42,000.
That's
I got offered. Bear in mind, we had a good season. I was a very good player. I got offered 80,000. Which, you think, that's cool to sit there and play video games in your room. But then you look at other teams who are getting paid 130, 140, who you were fucking dusting all year.
Yeah, there's nowhere in market value.
And then when you say to people can I get a little bit more money? Nah, we didn't want you anyway.
What a great org. Don't you just love playing for them? That just really warms your heart waking up every day as a Ravens player.
It's insane.
Yeah, that whole
so proud to put on the shirt.
Yeah, and they wonder why I took it off at Champs.
Yeah, exactly. Just absolute horrific org, man.
You're lucky you had a goddamn jersey at Champs, to be honest. They paid that fucking $7 to make that jerssie. You're lucky. Consider yourself lucky, boy.
You want Royal Ravens merch? Guess what? You get a 10% discount code on the website. You don't even get it for free. You guys think I'm joking?
Wait.
Too. What?
Don't take the piss.
The merch that we had was there from last year.
Oh my God.
If we wanted new merch, we would have to buy it ourselves and use a code.
Holy shit. That's unbelievable, guys.
Man.
I promise you.
Oh my God. 10% as well, not 80% off, so we just cover our costs.
It might have been 15, probably.
Dude.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, I'm going to have to regain from this one. This is beyond poverty org. They haven't given their own team the
motherfuckers want to talk about stories from we got some, I got some shit. I
haven't heard. Again, I don't know who that Samuel guy was. I don't want to reveal my identity, but I can't confirm or deny. So I don't consider this a leak, but Kenny to Rokkr makes a lot of sense, actually. I can't confirm or deny that.
I mean, I heard he had an offer from him.
Oh, okay.
I heard he had an offer from him on Sunday, I think.
Yep. Definitely that was a thing. That Kenny had an offer from Rokkr too. Initially, I was thinking, oh, Kenny probably, if he has another offer, he'll probably take that one instead. Because I think Rokkr could be a pretty good team, but I think if you could go to join the Ravens team, you probably would. And I mean, even if you could go and join the Falcons, it would maybe make some degree of sense. But obviously, if PRED's going there, then yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
So
I think it makes more sense for PRED to go to the Falcons more than Kenny. Like if they were to choose between the two.
I think so.
Yeah,
like, PRED's more of like a star player, you know, like he brings that star player power energy.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, it's the thing about it is when he goes there, any player that goes there, you know, you're not making champs. You're going there with Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's impossible for you to make champs, like literally impossible. So I think what they're doing is if you join Falcons this year, you're there to have a good EWC and you're there for the future project. And that excites me as a former player if I got that opportunity. Like if I'm PRED right now, I'm taking that, you know, fuck yeah, I ain't gonna be at champs, whatever like that. But you're gonna be in like one of the most facilitated organizations who's gonna love you to pieces. You're going to go to EWC, get treated like a fucking king. And then after that, you're going to have the roster that you know, whatever you want next year because the checkbook is blank.
I think it makes an awful lot of sense for PRED. Like if I was PRED, I think it makes a lot of sense. I think we just quickly close up on this Rokkr thing because the rumor a couple of days ago was that they were in talks with Arcitys to potentially go to this team. I mean... I'm just theorizing here, but it's like if Kenny goes to Ravens, then okay, Rokkr get Arcitys. If Kenny doesn't go to Ravens, goes to Rokkr, then you know, if I'm Rokkr, I'm choosing Ken over Arcitys for sure. Okay, both two-time world champs, but like you know, recent history and all this. Like, let's not get too recent, though, because obviously it's not great for Kenny, but you know what I'm saying. And look, I think Kenny, it's an interesting one if he does go to Rokkr, because they're in the fight to make the World Championship. But the idea of putting Kenny with those guys, you know, like we said it at the start of the season that Paul X not only wasn't that great, really, but also it just didn't bring the leadership that a team needed. I think that was my big concern about. I mean, I literally said it from day one. This Rokkr team might be good at the start. Maybe they weren't even that good. They just got a couple of Game 5 wins. Gritty team, whatever people said. But they needed some, like, yeah, exactly. Some sort of leader in there to help Estriel, Geo, Nero develop. Paul obviously wasn't probably going to be that guy. Arcitys and Kenny both fit the bill. But if Kenny goes here, then that presumably might leave Arcitys to the Falcons, which is something we're going to get into right about now. But yeah, any final thoughts on like Kenny to Rokkr as a possibility now after the Ravens drama?
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I think that he's a perfect fit for them. If they were able to get, you know, at least compete with the majority of teams with Paul X, even if Kenny doesn't drop great numbers, but provides leadership and the way to play the game along with Looney, the coach, to these guys, again, they may not win champs, but damn it, these guys are going to become really solid players, and they could become a high middle of the pack team with a good ceiling. If Kenny all of a sudden starts shooting back, now I'm not even kidding. If he starts shooting back proper, 0.9, 1.0 type Kenny, this team could shoot up to the potential of a just under surge, just that kind of resurgence. They would kind of make something happen in that regard.
Damn, he's good.
You like that one? That was good, right? But again, it all depends if Ken is in what kind of form is he in lately OpTic Ken form, or is he in like last year, or like, you know, what kind of form he's in? If he performs though, I actually really like this move, and Rokkr could be a real threat. That's it.
I think it's very telling if Kenny just comes back and starts frying.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
Like if he comes back and starts frying, like you got to really think like, damn, like what the fuck is
what was going on
like
over there, man?
Motherfuckers treating out like the trenches.
Yeah, I think though. I guess we'll see. I'm just excited that Kenny's actually coming back, right? Because I know there was a time when things were real rough. I was like, damn, is Ken just going to call it a day? But Kenny ain't just taking the year. Kenny's trying to come back. Kenny's like, Ravens? Rokkr? Falcons? Like, let's get me back in the league. And I think that Kenny, I wouldn't say he's on like a revenge arc precisely, but I'm sure that there's part of Ken that's like, damn, give me OpTic. Like, I'll give you PRED. I don't know. I'll play both of them.
Yeah, I think for Kenny, it's like, you know, he had the bad stint, and when he says he wants to get back mentally, like, I don't think like mentally, like things. I'm not speaking for him, but like maybe mentally he's not even talking about things going on at home. He's probably talking about fucking playing for OpTic. You know, you have one bad game for OpTic, you're getting called to fucking, you know, put the fries in the bag, go learn Chinese, you know. But like mentally, like playing for OpTic, it's got to be bad to be in that situation. And the fact he wants to come back straight away and like get back to it, you know, speaks about him as a competitor, and he wants to get back to it. And it's nice to see, because I think Kenny's like, you know, a joy to watch in the league and just a personality to look at in the league.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Falcons, baby. It's about that time. So, rumors emerging today that Falcons are indeed going to be blowing it up. Shotzzy did say this, by the way, on stream. He said that, well, he was asked the question, what team fits PRED the best? And this is what he had to say.
What team fits AG the best? I'd say C9.
Bizzle, welcome to the Generational Haters Club.
So he said, basically, C9 fits PRED the best. Which on paper, sure. But, yeah, it's kind of difficult to say what you do, because who you dropping for PRED right now? You're dropping Mac? You're dropping attach and changing someone to the flex? I mean, maybe. But also, do they want PRED? Like, I think this is the other thing you've got to consider with PRED, is that, like, clearly there's a bit of baggage. And there's some organizations that wouldn't be willing to do so. For example, okay, I'm not going to really discuss the Thieves thing in depth because I do think it's faded. But Najot did say on stream, when this whole PRED thing happens, that if he was in talks with PRED to come to his team, he would want a lot of things explained. And I think that's true for many organizations, that they would want to say, okay, how do we make sure that whatever shit just happened with OpTic is not going to happen to us? And I think there'd be some difficult conversations that would need to be had for many teams in the league. Thieves, I think, would certainly be one of them. What Cloud9 think? It's a question. I don't know. But and maybe there's more things going on there. But yeah, PRED maybe on paper works with C9, but I think in reality, I don't see it happening. What do you want to say, Ace?
Lot to say. I think it makes a lot of sense, but in this game, I think they would actually have a lot of success in my eyes. Who you swap out? I mean, I would assume it'd be Dylan, just because there's a little bit of struggle attached, a little bit of struggle there. Mac, there was a point in this last tournament that he had an AR out, and Mac looked really fluid on it. So I think even moving him, getting him on the AR, having AG and Kremp run around. Kremp is very good. Mac on the AR is in this game, I think even seemingly, I would argue maybe even better than the sub. And yeah, Dante is Dante. Let's not even get into that discussion. But if I'm AG and I'm PRED right now and I'm thinking about it, it's a good fit for play style. But let's say you get a call from LAT, you get a call from Falcons. Let's say you get a call from who else? I mean, I just think, especially when you talk about, let's say, the possibility of Falcons being that star player, I'm sure whatever money that's coming that direction is probably massive. So it's a hard consideration. Do you take, I mean, Trey, I'm going to throw this to you a little bit. Do you take winning or do you take the bag?
I mean, listen, you always take winning. But if you take just... I'm gonna sound like I'm contradicting myself here when I say you always take winning, but the fact that the Falcons project is you get to basically have the keys to it, you get a nice salary, they treat you nicely, you know, you're gonna be chilling for the rest of the year. Like you're not expected to make champs, you're not expected to do anything crazy. You know, you're there to do well for EWC. I think as a top player like PRED or any player that joins Falcons, it's like that's the optimal opportunity that I see for PRED. If I'm PRED, I'm taking that in a heartbeat. It's not even about the money, it's about a clean slate where you can have your own org at that point. That's what I would take.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. So the rumors started to emerge. Zuma said this. I think this was yesterday actually, but he basically said that like Falcons are going to be signing an NA roster. It's absolutely a possibility. It was rumored before the major that they were looking to blow it up, call it a day, move away from the project, of course, that they've been running with over the last several months. And then today there are a couple more rumors emerging that we'll get into a little bit more in a second. But this was the big one in terms of target include. And this is when PRED enters the discussion. So this is what Ronnie says a couple of hours ago as of making this recording, that Dahum, King and Wixel are likely to be removed from the starting team. The lone Saudi remaining player is likely to be Exnit at the current moment, which makes sense, right? Like, he's been their most impressive player. What do you think about it, Trey?
Who called 2 months ago that I think at the end of this year that they might just fucking scrap the team but keep one of their best players from Saudi to make sure they've got that Saudi representation and then pick up 3 NA players for next year? They thought, fuck it, we'll listen to Trey, but we'll do it 6 months early, bring in the boys.
That's what he does. This is what he does. They could have brought
what he does.
Anyway.
I'm generational when it comes to this shit. Like, I can see it a mile away. Like, this was their plan all along. And the best thing about it is they don't even have to wait to sign generational players. They've got PRED just fucking on a plate for them right now. They don't have to fight no one in the off-season. They sign him on a nice little 2-year. You ain't got to fight. You've already got one piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, I don't know if I love the team. If this is true, I mean, I don't know if I love the team.
I don't like the team. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I love the team on paper.
Respectfully, man. I think the team sucks ass. But it's way more competitive than fucking Doom on the fucking sticks. Like, let's be real.
Right, that's my guy.
Like, they're gonna. This team, yeah, they're gonna win a series.
You think?
They're gonna win a series. Yeah, for sure they'll win a series. LAG still exists, twin.
I'm just trying to.
It's a. I don't know. I'm like, I feel like in this case, it's just. I feel like it's just a buffer, basically. I feel like if this is true, it's like a buffer, basically. Maybe the real full rebuild comes later because they're mid-season right now, so we kind of find out who's available later on. Sure. You know, but for now, I guess that's cool. I mean, it seems okay. I guess.
Listen, you chuck PRED, you chuck PRED $500,000. You chuck Alec and Pro loot them in. Just fuck it. We're cool for the rest of the year. And then Xnid's just fucking vibing out. And then Kix is like, oh shit, they signed PRED. Oh shit, I'm on my way back.
Well,
I don't
that would be kind of interesting.
I don't have to play with King of Bodhi anymore. I'm on my way back. Oh, I'm locked in.
The fire's been lit. Yeah, we're getting the soundboard up soon, chat. Anyway, look, it's kind of early days for whether this is actually going to be the team, because the rumors have only started to come around today, and there's also a lot of talk about Fellow. I think before we discuss the PRED stuff, I think we'll mention this at least, right? So OMiT says that this is their new team, right? So Lynnz and Spart are in. Brack and Standy are staying. I know that Standy did a tweet as well, kind of saying, like, I don't know how Brack hasn't been picked up, because, like, Standy, I kind of, like, again, not many spots for SMGs going right now, but for ARs, that's
Brack
where your option is.
Though. Brack's the same.
I know
he's
the
been
same.
in the league too many times, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I think people think that they know what Brack is as a player. People have their opinions on that.
I'm not saying Brack's bad, but like everyone, it's the same with Exceed. They're all like, "Oh, Exceed's like, how do I get S1 league?" Brack ain't like that. He's not on Twitter like moaning about it until that. But how many times Brack been in the league?
Yeah, he's had a few opportunities.
3, 2.
Oh, he's on. I mean, he was. I mean, to be fair,
even like Black Ops 4.
Black Ops 4 on Midnight, and then it became Accelerate Gaming.
Yeah.
He was on LG for a bit, and then in the CDL he was on. He was on Florida for a bit. He was on. Was it Boston or Guerrillas? One of those two teams.
So 4? Yeah, so I think it's 4 times.
He's had a couple of chances.
I didn't see this tweet, so I appreciated it coming up. But you know what? I'm gonna make a take here, but I think this is actually a huge opportunity for Lynnz.
Toronto challenge.
I think it's a huge opportunity for Lynnz here because, like, remember when Joe Deceives got pushed down to challengers and had a chance to revitalize and come back? I think this is actually a great opportunity to work with the great coaching staff and great org that OMiT is, and Lynnz to go and fry a little bit, get some confidence back, maybe get some more. I don't know. He's had great coaches, but maybe an opportunity for him to like kind of regather himself, get some confidence, and come back in the league hot. So I think Lynnz deserves a spot in the league for sure. He just needs to get his a little bit of his teamwork and some of his plays that he's doing. I think he just needs to kind of like lock that in. I think he's for sure, now that he's dropped down, the most talented player in all of challengers, 100%. So I actually didn't see his tweet, and I'm happy that Lynnz is gonna get a chance to shine here.
Listen, there's a reason he's still on the bench.
Yeah, 100%. Talent's high.
Listen, it's not even about talent. They want that French representation.
Yeah, Lynnz can show up and he can walk out with a team and stuff.
And they're hoping that he plays well in challenges so they can bring him back into the roster. Like, that's it, shit.
Yeah, Brad never won with LG.
Which will be deserving.
Gunless classic, John.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I don't think Lynnz is bad. I just think he's bad at this game right now. I think that team.
Bro. No. Lynnz is good at. Dude, Lynnz is. That guy is so. You play him one-on-one, I guarantee you anyone's getting pissed on. He's disgusting when it comes to
I watched it. He was getting pissed on, but that's not the point I'm making here. My point is, all right, he is good. He was very good last year. This game just ain't his game right now. Maybe some time in challenges, he's going to come out and fry, and then he'll get his spot back.
I think so.
We can't sit here and say Kenny was ass. He won't winning his 1v1s, and then everyone else is doing the same shit. You know,
no, that's not what I meant. I meant mechanically he's gifted. Like 1v1, you played him 1v1. Yeah,
he's fun to watch. He's one of those players, but this game just ain't his game right now.
Yeah, I think again, Joe Deceives situation. Excited for him to go down, start frying, come back, and start frying back in the league again.
It just sucks that we can't, even like challenger players from the UK. Banch just got second. I'd love to see him come back in. Afro, all players like this. Those players would fit well in a system like this, but they just can't get a visa. Sorry.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
But I also think Lynnz will be very, very good with some, with a better team, maybe some good leadership. But like Enjoy just said, Lynnz might have the worst arrow on the minimap I've seen in a while. I would have to agree. In this game, he don't really look like he knows what he's doing. But I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't know what I'm fucking doing in that LAG mates team. I wouldn't know whether I'm fucking on the other team or not with the way that they play.
Yeah, so I guess the point is that the team was Standy, Brack, Arcitys, Johnny. They won challenges. Johnny is now gone, presumably to Gentlemate. Arcitys, therefore, is also gone. And if it's not to Rokkr, it's probably going to be to the Falcons. But there has also been talk about Fellow, because obviously he also played for this org, or like for OMiT recently. And Fellow potentially is in the conversation too. It's something that you can't completely rule out. So I don't think the Falcons have necessarily made their decision yet, but I think the most likely possibility is that Falcons PRED, it just makes a lot of sense. Like, I think PRED wants to compete. I think it makes sense for him at the moment. I think it makes sense for the Falcons. I think, he sets himself up as the Falcons star player. And if he can position himself well in the upcoming off-season, because presumably they're going to make some changes, then, PRED could be the guy.
Goddamn, Saudi takes Ronaldo, now they're taking PRED. God damn it, man.
They do
Saudis
it all,
get everything they want. They get it all, man. Unbelievable, bro. No, I think it'd be a good situation. I think if he does end up going over there, it does set him up well. He seems like the kind of guy who'd want to be the face, the face of your franchise, the center of your center of attention, and someone who'd embrace that role well. So if it does end up becoming that, I think it's a pretty good spot for him to be in.
Yeah, people have been saying Vegas and PRED, name a better duo.
You're an idiot. I've got more faith in Fellow joining Falcons than I do Arcitys, just because of the clay aspect of it too. They're very good friends.
That's true.
It would just make loads more sense to me that Fellow gets given a shot by Clay rather than anyone else, and I think Fellow would rather take Clello. I think
Clello.
Yeah, sorry, I'm speaking very fast because I want to. We've got so much to talk about, but I think Fellow's gonna, want to stay by that as well. Like I said, it's a great opportunity as well. They start frying together. Maybe Fellow doesn't just get fucking booted off a team in the off season like he usually does because every team he joins is fucking. Well, the last team he joined was Ravens, so let's not even fucking talk about that.
Right.
But listen, if I'm Pred and I get this opportunity, I'm excited. Like, no pressure. You don't have to make champs. You just go out. You do what you do. The Aussie Thunder come back in. Maybe you upset a few teams along the way. Like, maybe you beat OpTic. And then, everyone's like, oh, shit. Like, that's what I would look forward to. So, hopefully. And Pred don't like us that much. You don't like us that much. But I will say, I love Pred the pieces as a player, as a person. You've been through some shit, and hopefully, you do go to Falcons because I think that's the best move for you.
Yeah, I want Pred to still be in the league. Great player, great personality. Just been some drama.
Yeah, but it'd be a good spot. It'd be a good spot. Make a big name. Have all the star power up on you. It's a good spot.
What are we thinking, like, what they should do with the rest of the team? They're like, is keeping Exnid the right move?
Listen, it's not the right move in terms of if you want to win, but I think it's a fair move in terms of what they're trying to achieve. They're trying to achieve being, a contender for EWC if they allow them, because Exnid is not a bad player. Let's not get it twisted. He's not a terrible player. Would I prefer someone else there? Yeah, bring Kicks back. I think Kicks is a very good player, but if he doesn't want to come back, he doesn't. You can't force him. Obviously, he's still got some shit going on down there.
No, yeah, I talked to Denz about that one, and he said, yeah, Kicks is still not a possibility.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I've heard about it. I'm just spitballing on who I would prefer out the two, but Exit ain't bad at all. They need the Saudi representation. They are a Saudi organization. Exnid is the best player they've got because everyone else can't shoot straight. And Pred, maybe a leader in there too, like fellow Arcitys will be able to help him out. And I think he speaks good English too, if I'm not mistaken, so I don't think that's going to be an issue either.
Yeah, no, and I'm going to double down on one other aspect. I think it looks a lot better for your organization, at least if you're getting a couple of wins. And then your challengers team, they've been pretty okay actually online in Atlanta. I think they got top 8, I think. It looks a lot better for your organization when, okay, here's the star player. You guys are performing, getting a few wins here and there, at least keeping it competitive on LAN. And then your challengers team is actually, playing very well too. You have more to be happy about. And these players have a chance to grow. I think they jumped the gun a little too fast because they won the EU Challengers Cup or whatever it was. It gives the opportunity for a lot of these guys like Roxas, Doom, Wixel, and Exnid. Honestly, I think he's going to eventually end up on the Challengers team as well. But it gives them a chance to develop against NA players and some of the best in the world in Challengers at least, develop their talent. And if any of them actually are competitive, they'll run up the ranks the proper way instead of skipping one of the most important parts of competitive Call of Duty, which is the Challengers proper pit.
It is interesting, though, that we see a lot of, like, the changes that we're seeing made, it's a lot of the same faces, And maybe it shouldn't be a surprise, because arguably a lot of these guys should be in the league, but the league should be 16 teams, if you see what I'm saying. But,
yeah.
Like, yeah, good luck with that one. But, like,
no,
wait, what are you laughing at?
Someone said, where's that heavy bloke, Ronnie?
He's doing well. I think he's doing well. He's been cooking up the articles, man. Look, he wrote this article. He's here with us in spirit.
Yeah.
There he is on the screen.
You guys, if any information that we say on stream comes from Ronnie. So, we always have this discussion with Ronnie. We have a little chat with Ronnie. It's always a little at Ronnie and like 3 a.m. Ronnie, what are you doing? Like one of those late night sex calls.
Yeah. I'll be doing them.
And it's just roster information.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Anyone to like Ronnie and tell. But it's like you see these players getting picked up again. Like Kenny's obviously a different story, Pred's a different story, sure. But the players coming up from challenges Johnny, I think, is a nice pick. I think it makes a lot of sense. But of the AR players, and I know that they obviously want some leadership on these teams, so I do get it. But, you know, we're talking Fellow, we're talking Arcitys. Proloot would be pretty cool to see him get another chance, but it's like people have their perspectives on this, because guys like Proloot, let's say guys like, you know, Fire 40 or whatever, even Brack, players that have had chances in the Pro League before, haven't really delivered. Is it cool to see them get another shot? It's nice that they at least have the potential to do so, because you wouldn't want it to be that, oh, someone comes in for one stint, plays bad, and then they're cooked forever. But equally, I know that many people are going to say, okay, what about, let's say, Dylan Rex? He's been frying in challenges. He's dropping a 1.20 in the most recent tournament. Dog's in my Discord every day, waxing lyrical about how he's a GOAT. I respect it. And you know what? Dylan Rex ain't playing bad. Like, he should be in the conversation. He ain't getting picked up now. Maybe that's okay. But I know that there's some people out there, saying that, you know what? Dylan Rex is the man for the job.
There's one person.
But, you know, like, look at these names on the screen there.
I love how COD is so tight-knit that one advocate for Dylan Rex has got us, the chatter in his community, huge, bro.
Yeah.
What are we talking about, man?
But Dylan Rex is that guy. I'm convinced. I'm locking in. Dylan Rex to the league. I'm making my call now.
If this team is real, the amazing part about them for me, though, is that it's the comeback kids, essentially. AG's the comeback kid right now because everyone's pissing on him for the year, and he's also been, you know, picked up, dropped, all this stuff. So comeback kid. Alec is definitely chip on the shoulders. You know, at one challenger champs last year, and we came on the stage and said, "I don't even want this thing." Like, basically didn't even care. Proloot, I think, has been very good in challenges and been at the top of the scene for a couple of years now, maybe 3 years now, and hasn't got his shot back. You know, it's a chance, and an exit, I'm sure, is just being pissed off the last several weeks and months playing with this team. It's a good comeback story. If they could come together and actually like press forward with Clay as their coach, a genius at Call of Duty, man, you might have a recipe of something no one expected. It's the comeback kid, bro. It's serious. It could be something serious, better than any of us could imagine, honestly.
You think Clay is going to work? I mean, obviously him and Arcitys won a world championship together. Him and Fellow are boys, so that's a possibility. I don't know if you'd want to do both necessarily. Obviously, he's now got some experience with XNID. Be interesting to see how Clay would, like, how the Clay PRED dynamic would work, just because it's obviously been pretty difficult to find a dynamic that works well for PRED. I mean, it was working with accuracy, and then I don't know, I mean, there were times last year where Karma was very critical of PRED openly on his stream. And then accuracy either does or does not, you know, what do they call it? Schrodinger's accuracy or whatever, at the end of last year. Maybe he was helping the team, maybe he wasn't. You only know if you ask the right questions. But then, you know, I think that dynamic to me is pretty fascinating, because PRED's a super confident guy, and for very good reason, one of the most talented players that we've had in the league in recent times, and he is still the reigning world champion. He's probably not going to get the chance to defend that crown if he's on this roster. They're not going to make it to the event to get the opportunity, but he could go to the World Cup, of course. But the idea of PRED's, you know, how that might work with Clay, I think, you know, I'd like to be a fly on the wall in some of their scrim days, I think.
Yeah, I think that would be some great content. Hopefully they vlog some of that so we get to see it. But yeah, the possibilities are high. I'm hopeful. If this is real, I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Nah, I agree. Sorry, I want to be dramatic.
Nah, you're good. You're good. I think it
I like my. Nah, I've been reading the chat. We've been vibing out with the chat in here too. You know, people are shocked that, you know, some people don't vibe with the dope check. And I said, quite frankly, I couldn't give a flying fuck as long as you guys vibe out with it.
That's what I'm saying.
We ain't here to be liked. We're here to keep it real. Or real, should I say.
Oh, yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, that's
a good one. You beat out my one earlier. That's a good one.
Some guy called CC in there put something in earlier. Something about like crimping my style or something like that, and goes, "Don't worry, lads, I'll be here all night."
Yeah, okay. We'll bring you on board if we need. Oh, Dave Ramsey's back again with his wife's boyfriend. Love to see.
My wife's boyfriend is mad that Kenny's going to Carolina fell through. Now he has me locked out the house.
Oh no.
Hey, Dave Ramsey, have you got a chair in the corner of your bedroom by chance?
You gotta get a handle on this guy.
Yo, calm down, Dre. Jesus.
He might be a.
Oh dear. It might be time to call it a night, ladies and gentlemen. We do have one final thing to mention actually in the show today. We're not going to go for freaking 4 hours. We probably could, but we're just going to give you all the juicy stuff for the evening. And then, of course, we'll be back in a few days' time. But there was this one from Shotzzy. Now, I actually wanted to share this for you guys because I thought it was kind of a funny clip. I don't think that OpTic, especially with this new team, I don't think they're going to be in danger. I think they're going to be better. Like, they obviously needed some change. The camp was chalked. They're going to do it. The talent's going to shine through. They're going to get enough results on the board. But still, I thought it was pretty funny what Kenny said, because he said that, like, basically you guys think we're terrible and people who say we're not going to make champs is laughable. So I certainly for OpTic fans' perspective, I hope that this doesn't end up being like famous last words. But yeah, let's hear what he had to say here. I'll just pump the audio up a touch so you guys can hear a little bit better. Here we go.
Is there afraid that we might make champs? Jesus. For the people who are saying that we're not gonna make champs is fucking laughable. You guys literally think we're dog shit. Listen, bro. This whole stage, just be ready, man. And to be fair, you guys, I mean, for what happened last stage, I mean, you guys, listen, I'm not saying shit. All right, listen, I ain't saying anything, just keep watching. Is there afraid that we might make champs?
Sorry, I mean, there we go. Interesting comments from Shotzzy. He says, be ready for the stage to come. And he says, just keep watching. We're going to turn it around. It's laughable you think we're not making champs. Now, like, I think personally what was laughable was going on a 21 map spree without winning a map, apart from against the Falcons. I found that kind of laughable. But, you know what? I'll take him at his word. And I'll accept the fact that he believes this team is going to be much better. Look, if they still had the same roster and he was saying this, I'd be like, what are you on about? Like, there's a very realistic possibility you don't make champs playing like that. But I want to give Shotzzy the benefit of the doubt that the new team is going to be better and they're going to be fine, which I think is true. But, like, they've not played a series yet with the new team. So, like, Shotzzy better not.
Oh, we got the fire,
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, boy, we're locked in now. We just dropped 2 players. Get fucked. We're in there. Champs on the way.
Yeah, solo QT. That's like when Kenny quote tweeted noted. Point 3.
Fucking noted.
Oh, he did actually say fucking noted. And then proceeded to drop a generational team. But, Trey, you know what's back? You know what's back for Kenny this stage? The fire's back. The fire's back.
Oh no, not if Ravens can't find $10,000.
Yeah, actually true. The fire ain't back.
There's no fire there. Fucking Ravens can't even afford a fire.
Brian Saint's penthouse is actually lit by a fireplace. I just
Brian Saint's they're all living in bunk beds.
Controllers just going on the fire.
Everyone's salary has gone to Brian Saint's penthouse.
I just missed that super chat, but I'm gonna go back and find it.
I haven't because I can scroll up. I think COD needs an in-house team, caster/desk people with nameless, Merc, Study, and someone else that is also on the desk currently.
Thanks, Joe.
Appreciate you, Joe, for the $5. Thank you so much.
And my chat
hey, Joe, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Wait, can you say that again, Joe? I just lost it. It needs like an in-house desk alongside Merc. What was it again?
I think COD needs an in-house team, caster/desk people with nameless, Merc, Study, and someone else that's also on the desk currently. Honestly, don't know what that means, to be honest with you.
I mean, I guess, like, what's your read on that one, Ace?
My read on what he's saying is more like he just wants people casting like the drama. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Oh, like an old school like MLG like Puckett used to do the show.
Yeah, I think that's what he's getting at. That's why I think I agree. But at the same time, now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's a little confusing now. It's out of context, so it kind of doesn't make too much sense.
All good. We appreciate the fight.
That's what I think.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
Appreciate you. We also have I think we have a Q&A too, by the way, in case I don't know if we're done with this or not, but I want to remind you that we have a Q&A in the Dope Check group on Twitter. If you haven't joined, make sure to join that, by the way.
I'll tell you what, should we do a little Q&A before we go off? I say we all choose 2 questions each.
Oh yeah, and also whoever's moderating the stream for Breakpoint, throw the club in the chat so people can join if they want.
Yeah, I think it turns up every so often in the Nightbot puts it in the chat or whatever. So
Nightbot, we're on YouTube, brother.
Yeah, Nightbot still works here, brother. Lock in.
Does it?
Hell yeah,
I'm not locked. My bad, bro.
Yeah, you're not locked.
I didn't know about all that.
Not Twitch bot, is it? It's Nightbot for the night.
Hell yeah.
Oh, there it is, right there.
Yeah, Nightbot be cooking. You know how it goes. Join the Generational Haters Club. You forgot about mine, Rob, about the Falcons. What's happening with the Falcons? I have no idea, but I think it's going to be. I think PRED's going to be there. But all good.
I think PRED's going to go there too. I would too.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do in his position. So.
Yo, who's that fine-looking gentleman on the picture poster?
It's a very good question.
That looks like Ronnie to me.
Yeah, with a big bloke.
Oh yeah, Dean said the Falcons change before matches next week. Yeah, for sure. If they're gonna make this move, they're gonna make this move right about now.
It wouldn't surprise me if you see them announce some stuff in the next 3 days.
Look at that.
I mean, they got to announce quick because scrims are starting. Yeah, scrims are starting. I know every team's pretty much, maybe except them, is starting scrims today and tomorrow. Like they're now right now. Like they got to start moving on this quickly.
Silo Cutie's dropping fucking bang of comments here. She's going to make me click on her profile picture again. But I'm doing that again. I'm making that mistake like last time.
Oh, Lord.
Bro, what is wrong with you?
Falcons pick up PRED and a couple other NA players. Do you think they can make champs? Respectfully, they are cooked. They are a long way behind. Do you want to look at the standings?
Yeah, nah, there's no point. They have 0 points.
They are 100 points away from champs. They have to. If you win a major, you get 100 points. So I'm thinking it's chalked. But if they win both majors, they get 200 guarantees. But yeah, they're making a run. I mean, it's no chance, unfortunately. GG. See you at World Cup. See you at the World Cup, buddy.
Listen, I'll tell you what, we'll do another one. If they make champs, I'll get the Vegas Falcons tattooed on me fucking ass cheeks.
Spread across both cheeks. Spread across both cheeks this time.
Yeah. If I make it clap, it's gonna fly. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
I want to see it. I can't say I don't want to see it.
Yeah, everyone wants to see it.
Go on, PRED, look in.
All right, Trey. All right, clip it, ship it, I guess.
All right, Zach, this Q&A, we post these Q&As on the Generational Haters Club Twitter page. You guys can see it just there at the top. You guys can go join it on our profile on Twitter, or it gets linked in the chat sometimes. See Nightbot link in it. You guys can join these.
Someone said, "Come on, PRED, lock it."
Yeah, let's get that locked. So anyway, this is how you guys can get involved in the Q&A. So we'll go through a couple other ones. Solo QT back at it again. This is, to be fair, this is actually a good question. Not a faded one like the previous one. How are the CDL player contracts structured? Like, with these guys getting drop benches, their income just get reduced? I don't know if it gets reduced. My understanding has been for the last couple of years. It depends on the team. Some orgs will sign different deals. But my understanding is that there's a 2-month period where they still get paid their normal salary. There's a 2-month termination clause. Trey, do you have any more to say on that?
Trey has full insight.
I was a CDL player, Rab.
Yeah, but I hear shit. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus
I
Christ.
hear shit.
Rab hearing shit versus the guy who's been through the shit.
Right, so I'll say this. It depends from org to org. It can be up to an org if they want to give you the minimum is 2. You are supposed to get paid 2 months if you do get dropped. Benched is, you can have a different bench salary to your actual salary. For me, when I got benched in MW2, I went straight down to the minimum. But nowadays you have to work it out with whoever you're with. Some players won't sign contracts if they don't get a termination fee of 6 months or something like that. They want a little bit of they want some what's the word I'm looking for? Stability.
Security.
Yeah,
little
something
cushion,
to fall,
little security.
yeah, something to fall back on. Like if you do get dropped, I'm gonna be good. Most orgs, they won't sign that. Guess what? Well, Ravens, fuck me, you'd be lucky to you'd be even lucky to get 10 days.
They'll find a way.
So yeah, the security in the league is not crazy, but it's better than it was in the CWO. Let's just say that.
CW, I feel like it was, I mean, I feel like I was just immediate.
Then you also got like your percentages. I mean, one of these days I'll bring up an old contract for you guys. We'll look at it in stream. You know, we'll go into it because that's an old contract. We'll have some fun with it.
Oh my god, that would be.
I've got one from EG from back in the day when I was supposed to sign for EG instead of FaZe back on Black Ops 4.
Wow.
I have Ravens ones. I have New York ones. You know,
I bet the Ravens ones are spectacular.
Oh, mate, you look at those.
It's a 1 page with crayon written on it. Sign here.
Wanna play?
Check yes for here for no. There you go.
Bro, they got a proper legal team.
One of these days we'll go over some old we'll talk about some old COD stories and stuff like that. Wow, for an episode of Dope Chat, we'll do like an hour where we look at contracts just to show you guys what it was like being a player. You know what the players have to go through.
Absolutely.
2 things have fallen apart since Ronnie's announcement. How often does stuff fall through this fast? I mean, I think every roster mania period, there's always something that like is talked about and never happens. Like,
here's the pyramid you got to look at. So you start with the base of it, where a player wants to drop a player, a team wants to drop a player. That's the base. Secondly, who wants to play for that team or who do they want to pick up? The players decide. Boom. You move up to the next one. Can we afford this player? Can he actually join the team? Yeah. Boom. The top of the pyramid's done. That's who you're playing with. That's what's happened. The issue is when you get a team like Ravens, the players decide they don't want to play with Vivid. All right, bet. We need to play with Kenny. All right, bet. Get to the third one, like, Ravens, can we play with Kenny? Yeah, for sure. How much is it going to cost? Oh, shit. Never mind. Boom. Back to square one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, things are typically a lot of ideas float around. As ideas develop, people find out, and again, unless something really random happens like that, like an org stopping something, pretty true usually. I will say. I
will say everything you see from Ronnie and what you hear from us and like the flank guys is 99% true. It's just some things fall through in the end. Like the Hydra to OpTic thing that Ronnie posted that is going to eat him alive for the rest of his life. Like, that was actually true. But it just didn't go through and then you look like a moron.
So, sometimes it happens. That's what you take. Like, if something's reported by someone reasonably reputable, like it's there's always some truth to it. It's incredibly rare that there isn't. Whether it happens is another question, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly.
A few more interesting ones. I'm not going to answer every question here because some of them I think we've kind of covered during the podcast. Like I think OpTic making champs, I think that's going to be fine. You know, there was obviously talk about Ravens getting chalked up and all this type of stuff. I kind of like this one. What benefit do the people who leak to Ronnie or BP gain? Do they just do it for the sake of it or do they get paid? I think like there's something to understand about the COD community and like the people involved in the scene. People just want to say shit, man. They just want to say shit. Sometimes it's for personal gain in the sense of someone might say something because it benefits them or their team, or
to like force them out.
Yeah, or there's sometimes there's a political reason for why someone might want something to be out there publicly. Sometimes it's simply for the love of the game. They just can't keep this shit to themselves. They gotta tell someone, and that happens. Like that's the majority of what this is. That's my opinion.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. The love of the game is literally like all it is most of the time. Like, bro, Ronnie could DM someone like, "Oh shit, like what's happening over here?" And they'll be like, "Ah, I can't say much," but and then says everything.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, people talk. It's how it is. People talk. It's impossible to keep stuff in because, like, the thing is, once you pick up a player, they play in scrims. So, like, they're in scrims Someone else is scrimming against them. The
you
girlfriends
find
know.
out some intel.
The friends know.
You want to find out some intel? You get to one of those after parties. You go and learn some shit.
You go and learn some shit. That is
You
very
have to
true.
buy. You only have to buy one of the pros. Yo, you want a double tequila soda? What's happening next?
I mean, I don't even try. Like, I genuinely don't even try, but it's just happens.
I'm telling you, I got pulled to the side. I got pulled to the side on the Sunday, and you know, there was a player goes, "Yo, Trey, I value your opinion a lot. Do you reckon we should drop this guy and pick up this guy?" I was like, "What am I, the GM now? Like, you gonna buy me a drink before you take me on a date? What's going on there?"
Oh yeah. Dean says, "Well, as I'm in the envy, are they coming back? I think they'll be back in COD. Not yet. That's my understanding. I don't think it makes sense for them right now." But look, if you're the Carolina Real Ravens, you might need to be selling out of that poverty org. I know an org that might want to come back in. So yeah, if it makes sense, they'll do it. But I think, like, you know, Astro understands dollar signs. He understands what makes sense, and if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. That's just how it is. But it's not like there's a massive buy-in anymore, although there's still. You know, it still exists to some degree. I like this one from Craig. What squads do you think benefit from map changes in Season 3? Because we haven't really talked about that. Maybe we'll do so more Monday. But, like, they got rid of Vault. They got rid of Skyline. FaZe are pretty good at both of those maps in Search. Toronto are actually undefeated on both of those maps.
Might be choked.
The thing is, they didn't even play them that much. Like, they weren't their go-to maps. They just happened to be really good at them. They actually vetoed them quite a lot. But they just happened to win them every time they played them. But you're not wrong. Like, Toronto's Search could be a bit of a struggle after this one, unless they're magically godlike at dealership. So,
I think teams that, again, have leaders on them with good coaching are going to do well, just because they catch up, they learn faster. So, you know, let's say Ken goes to Rokkr. I think they're going to be really good at it fast. With Looney behind them, FaZe are going to do good. I think C9 going to play it well. OpTic, I think they're going to play it well. Toronto, I mean, again, players that are smart players are going to perform well at these maps. I don't think it's going to be someone's going to be standing out so much just because all of a sudden you're on dealership. I don't know.
OpTic could gain a bit. I mean, the OpTic weren't very good at those other maps. OpTic was somehow just horrific at Vault. It's just one strat, but it was just painful to watch them on that one. But it's a brand new team now, so it's tough to really call, isn't it? To be honest.
Yeah, OpTic is kind of asterisk anytime you make a call on them now because you really don't know what you're getting. Yeah. Any other questions we're going to get?
Got a couple other ones. Oh, we got a new map, actually. You want to have a look at this one, Trey?
Oh, fuck me.
Welcome to Barrage. It looks like... what's that map called?
Looks like this map from fucking...
World War II.
Looks like the trenches.
The trench map. What was it called, man? It had a stupid-ass name as well, but it was a map in the beta. Someone in the chat will know. It was like a French thing, wasn't it? It was like Samurai Dumont, but it was better than that.
I'm looking at it now. Cold World War II map.
Yeah, someone might put it in the chat before you get the answer, but it's kind of on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, I mean, you got to think the Treyarchs fall off in terms of map design.
Vanguard.
I wasn't thinking of Vanguard. I was thinking of the World War II map.
Nah, there is a map in Vanguard like this.
What, exactly the same? Oh yeah, I know the one you mean there, but I was thinking the World War II map. Point du Hoc, that's what I was thinking of.
Nah, this map looks like Numa Numa.
That's the one.
This map looks like Numa Numa.
Yeah, that's the one. Because you know, all I remember is running around this map when I first loaded the game up in a pub with a MP40.
Yep.
That's what I remember.
Okay, yeah, maybe that's the one.
This map looks like Numa Numa. Anyway, it looks like shit.
Glad we got that covered. Now to the bread and the butter. It's shit. Great.
Is there a mini map layout? Right?
You're right. Yeah, that is the one. Oh baby, yeah, I'm ready for that. I mean, this is the map I was thinking of. This is Point du Hoc, but yeah, this is like I forgot about Numa Numa actually, but I do remember playing it. It does look more like Numa Numa.
I'm zooming in, fast forward to the stream, waiting for the mini map to pop up before I fucking throw up everywhere.
I mean, here it is on the left hand side. It's just it looks like you've just vomited on the screen, to be honest, Trey. It's just a fucking big ass blob on that.
God, it's just a big fuck fest.
It's a shit show, really. Again, I mean, I guess you can point out the lanes. We got 1 lane, 2 lane, 3 lane.
These pros for getting dropped and saying we need the fire, we need to lock in. Can we get rid of some of these map designers so they get the fucking fire and start making some fire ass maps? Because God damn, these are bad. Actually, no, I don't want anyone to get fired. Let's not. But come on, guys.
Nah, but like we need some lads to get the fire back. You ain't wrong. Like Trek need the fire back. The thing that pisses me off, right, is that like if you guys remember this map from Black Ops 2, this is Overflow.
It's brown. It's just brown. Why is it just like someone?
Yeah, I know. I don't know why it's brown. This is a BO2 map, and I think about this map sometimes. I don't know why. It just comes into my head because I love this map for pubs, and in some ways, it's a stupid ass map. Like, look at this map layout. It's just an L-shaped map. It's 3 lanes, but everything just went round a corner. But this map was class, and I guarantee you put this map in the game today for competitive, it plays so much better than most of the dog shit we've got in the game. And this was considered to be like a bad map, right? Like, I love this map, but like people consider this map shit like Drone. I mean, okay, Drone was just huge. Like, that wasn't going to be played for competitive. But you know what I'm saying? Like, these smaller maps that were considered to be some of the weaker maps. Like, you go back to Black Ops 3, and you look at a map like... I mean, let me just cook one up here real quick, because you know, little BO3 reference. I'm thinking Havoc, Black Ops 3. Like, this map here, it was played in the esports reveal. This map is...
So that was good the last year maps? Well, yeah,
they did. They had 6-star coming in. They had Rio and Vista coming in. This game, what the fuck do we get, man? I mean, like, the thing that pisses me off... What about
Infinity Ward also... Infinity Ward don't, you know, they get limited gas from me because we reused maps from 2009.
Yeah, exactly. What about like
you heard though? Wait, Trey, have you heard?
BO3.
Hey Trey, have you heard though? We're bringing back firing range.
Oh my god, they've done it again, man.
And the funny thing is, guess what? We say this. Guess what we're playing next year? Black Ops 2 remake. Which is like it's cool, but like God, like I could be a map designer at this point.
Look, so these are the map overviews, right? This is the map overview for Exodus. Like,
and this map was considered ass.
This map was considered ass, and this
was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good for pubs. It wasn't a competitive map, but it could have been. In this game, it could have been. Like.
I think if you add this map into competitive for this game, everyone's like, "Whoa,
like this is crazy."
Whoa, they locked in.
Yeah, exactly. And then like the other one is, I had it a second ago. Maybe I lost it 1 second. I'm bringing back the fire real quick. Yeah, here we go. This is Havoc. I mean, Havoc was a weird ass map. It probably wouldn't have played great for competitive, to be fair. But like, it has the 3 lanes. It's super symmetrical. It's like, it doesn't have to be rocket science, man.
What map did they say was inspired by Raid?
Protocol, man. Protocol. Inspired by Raid. That boy played BO2 and he was like, wow, these guys have cooked. Let me cook up a masterpiece.
Stevie Wonder made Protocol, that's for sure.
Protocol is definitely going down in history, man. Protocol's definitely getting brought back in like a number of years' time. But,
oh yeah, for sure. They're going to class it as an OG map.
Yeah, oh my god, we're so cooked, man. It's the one annoying thing about this game right now. Okay, we got one final question before we close out the show. It's a big one here.
Let me know.
Coming out of X_mage_X. Rob, save, kill. Dope check crew plus lineman.
But that's 4.
Yeah, I did think that. How are we going to do that?
Someone's just getting vaporized? Like, what is like?
Maybe one of us
like,
gets to choose. So then we get to survive. So if I choose, I kill Ace. Actually, no, I don't kill Ace. What the fuck? I rob Ace. Oh my god. I rob Ace for sure. For sure we rob an Ace. And then...
What the
I'll say wait. Gregor's a long way away.
Actually, this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because we have to do it, right?
Yeah, we're the last person. But actually, we look dumb as hell.
Yeah, we do. We got actually cooked on this one, yeah. No, I'm robbing Ace. I'm taking his Bentley, which got hit into, but, you know, all good. Rest in peace. I'm probably saving Trey because he's local to me. So, like, I wouldn't want to... Like, be kind of sad to kill Trey and then, like...
I mean, we travel together. We go to the lounges at the airport together. We eat good food. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, McGregor's a long way away, so I think I have to kill him. Unfortunately, rip. But you know, being a pleasure.
All right, Trey. I guess we're. You're on the top.
I might have to do the same shit, bro. You're getting jacked.
This is awful, man. I hate this game. Who made this up? Wait,
hey, I ain't gonna lie, your Bentley gonna be looking like a Volkswagen by the time I'm fucking done ripping shit from that.
Good Lord, man.
And Lion, listen, Lion lives 20 hours away. Listen, Lion, if Lion going die today.
Yeah.
You know what, man?
Like.
You know what?
To be fair, it would be an effort to kill him. Like, I'd have to fly all the way there to kill him. All
right, it cost me too much money, but actually wouldn't matter because I've already robbed Ace. Like.
Yeah, true. It'd be easy just to kill you, though. Only a couple hours down the road.
Use his card to pay for my flight to go kill McGregor, and then come back and grab a drink.
Oh yeah, grab a drink at the airport lounge. We'll go together. Head out there together.
Exactly.
Okay. You know what, bros? I'm robbing no one. I'm saving no one, and I'm killing all of you. Okay, that's what I'm going for, bro. I'm saving no one. No, actually, I'm robbing Rab. I'm robbing Rab.
Robbing me? Yeah, you're robbing me.
Wait, you know what the problem is? I don't know much about McGregor. Like, what if McGregor at home, his like family's looted? Like, I don't know, right?
Is Rab gonna get Bosch cheese right now? Like, is he gonna just save Rab so he's still got a job?
Yo, I should have changed my mind. I actually forgot McGregor like was kind of moving like that. I didn't really think about it because Ace is the money man. I don't know much, show. But I'm thinking maybe I have to change. Maybe I have to change the strategy here. Maybe. I don't know.
Wait, you killing Ace?
I might be killing Ace. I might be Ace getting killed. Like he's back on the menu. Back on
the menu. You're a sadistic sumbitch, okay? I'm back on the menu. No, that's unbelievable, bro. You know what? Again, kill it. I'm saving McGregor. I'm killing both of you. Done. Gun. I'm done with it.
All right, appreciate it, Ace. Anytime. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a good show, a little emergency show here on the Thursday evening. Cameras are kind of messed up because I changed everything for the thing, but all good. Let's just fix that up real quick. And we will be back.
But you're fine, Rab. But you're fine.
Yeah, but I'm fixing me. All good.
Every time his is perfect, but somehow, some way, he cooks it up to where me and Trey's shit is wonky. How does that work, brother?
It's just talent. Baby. No, I'm fixing it. Look at me go. Look at me.
Rab sat there at nighttime, just like fixing his cameras before the show, so he looks fucking spectacular, and he just fucking violates us.
Oh yeah, I got
every time.
Every time, you know me.
I'm gonna close this up, bro. Ben, I appreciate everyone. We got almost 1,000 people in today for joining us for an emergency dope check episode. We will be back Monday, so don't think just because we did one today, there won't be a dope check on Monday. We still got more to talk about. I'm sure there'll be confirmations, more scrim results, the new maps we got to talk about some more. So we'll be back Monday. We appreciate you. Subscribe if you haven't. Like this video just cuz. And I love you guys. I love you. And Rab and Trey are traitors, and they're going to kill me with this joke. I don't like them anymore. All right, love you guys. Bye.
See you later, guys. Bye-bye.